We are now live.
All right. Welcome to the SSG Chaos Council Ragnarok Rising E3 edition.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a title.
Now we have our special guests, Laggin out, Mr. Joe Chieftain.
What's
and
up?
we also
This is
have special guest, Storm Chaser Gaming.
Hey.
Who's our beautiful guest? Oh yes, that's Mackenzie, right?
Zombie killer.
Zombie Killer. And we also have our
ZK1!
Dragon Scorpion 77, aka Jared Barnaby, Movie Nights,
Hello.
Brian Stockle, and Wade Duel.
Hello. I wish
Okay.
everyone had their names underneath because I don't know what everyone's code names are. I just know their real names. So I'm going to be scribbling that up the whole time. Yeah, that guy with like the Wii avatar. Yeah, that guy.
Dragon Scorpion, Brian Solo is Gamer551.
Yep.
Wade Duel is Ragnarok 420, and you can call me Mr. Zodiac, aka Inferno Zodiac.
And you can also call me Storm Chaser 4653.
I'm Dragon Scorpion.
Okay, guys. First topic, E3. What are your expectations and anticipations of the games that you want to see revealed at E3?
Well, for me, though, my two big ones right now are from Bethesda. That is the sequel to The Evil Within and Wolfenstein 2 are the two big ones I'm looking at, though. Another one I might be looking at is I know Nintendo's got barely nothing to show, but I would have to say Zelda U, though.
Yeah.
That's the only 18th version of Zelda, so I'm so looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Yay, more Zelda.
Oh
Come
my
up with
God.
something original. Not you, but Nintendo.
What's wrong with Zelda, man? He's a pimp.
He likes. I mean, I like Zelda too, but
Everybody loves a man in tights, right?
I'm wearing them right now, but I'm not going to show you.
Oh, shit, please don't.
You have to go to our Patreon account for that.
Or Salvation Army or your local Goodwill.
So what is it about Zelda that you're anticipated for, Brian?
But can you repeat that question again, Zodiac?
What is it about The Legend of Zelda that you are very anticipated for?
Well, I mean, to me, the biggest Zelda game and my personal favorite has always been, Majora's Mask. It's one of the most darkest Zelda games I've ever played, though. And what's also interests me is to see the fact that now that we know it's coming to Codename NX, I would like to see how that is going to be different, if it's going to be any different than what it's going to be when it comes to the Wii U, though.
Oh, okay. Okay. What games are you looking forward to, Storm Chaser Gaming?
Actually, I'm not looking more forward to games. There's only one game that I'm looking forward to, and that's Battlefield 1.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, you're a shooter guy. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
You name
What
it,
is
I play it.
Battlefield 1 that you can't wait to see or can't wait to play it?
Battlefield 1. Call of Duty is just going down the drain. That's my opinion. But honestly, I gotta say it's going down the drain.
I don't disagree. I mean, did you see the huge amount of dislikes for that trailer, though?
Isn't it up to like 3 million now?
Yeah.
It's because they made the mistake of taking it into space where they should have gone back to the basics, really.
Well, you know what they're saying? You're paying $60 for the remastered and only $20 for the new one.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah, the only other thing I'm waiting for E3 is to hear what the hell Nintendo and Microsoft are doing. You guys saw those screenshots popped up with the Game Boy Advance emulator.
Guys lagged out.
Well, I'm more focused on Sony and Bethesda because I really want to see the trailer for Evil Within 2 and the Resident Evil 7 trailer.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
you're not
wait.
allowed to mention that in front of
Oh,
Zombie.
we got a Resident Evil fan up in here? Okay, all right, zombie killer.
She's a Resident
That's-
Evil super fan.
That's where
I
zombie
just
killer
hope
came
Resident Evil
from.
goes back to its roots and is survival horror and isn't a, an action, action shooter a la Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, that was the problem with Resident Evil 6. I did a review on my YouTube channel. I mean, there are things about it I do like, but it just felt like it was just catering to Call of Duty fans. That's pretty much what it was doing, though.
Yeah. What about you, Dragon Scorpion? What games are you waiting for?
I'm not really, well, to be quite honest, with the amount of delays the bloody industry keeps bloody doing, trying to drive me up the wall. I was looking for that. I was looking forward to, what's it, Horizon Zero Dawn, but then they delayed that game as well, so kind of annoying. But the only thing I'm actually looking forward to at E3 is some gameplay of the Mass Effect 4 game.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
Mass Effect Andromeda. They're actually showing. They said they were going to be showing some gameplay footage at the E3, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing what they've done with it.
Oh hell yeah!
So it's one of probably the most anticipated games to come out, I think.
I agree
What about
that Horizon Zero Dawn's delay is somewhat of a disappointment, though, but at the same time, I also think it was kind of ridiculous how some people complained about No Man's Sky being delayed and all those death threats, though, that were unnecessary, though.
Wait, there was death threats on it?
For No Man's Sky, yeah, it got delayed till like August, and people were like pissed as hell. Some made death threats to, I think, Kotaku and also the developers as well.
Wow.
Yep, they did have a lot
Come
of
get
death.
some, motherfucker. I wish someone would do that to me. I wish someone would do that to me. Come get some, bitch. These fucking little, like, keyboard fucking commandos coming out like, oh, I'm gonna kill you because I can't play a video game. Dude, you can't even get out of your mother's basement because she locked you down there, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, you coward, bitch.
The same thing happened with the Superman comics when they done the death of Superman.
Oh
Yep. Well, that's
I get
justifiable.
all the time. Xbox Live, my own YouTube channel. I just ignore it because nobody ever makes good on their threat. Nobody ever wants to come down. I say go ahead and come down, but nobody ever does.
I had a troll call me, said I had no skill and I was full of shit for working for Disney and all these other companies. So I said, motherfucker, I cut my reel, I put it on Laggin Out. I go, boom, there you go. And he magically disappeared and stopped posting.
Actually, not really. I came and took a shit on your car, fucker.
My car is in my garage and you can't get up that high.
Oh, that's what you think. That's what you think.
Oh my god.
You gotta love the keyboard warriors, don't you?
The keyboard commandos, bro.
Mom, get me a Hot Pocket. I'm busy being an internet badass. The meatloaf. Cock.
I want the Philly cheese.
You gotta get me the fucking Philly and the cheese and the shit, you know?
Oh my god.
She still won't bring me my charger, though.
What you think that's gonna happen
Out
with
with the new game for E3. It's called Making a Sandwich.
conferences?
Make me a sandwich.
Hey, Dragon Scorpion,
Yeah.
you got any thoughts on the press conferences?
I think Microsoft, like what's his name, One Stop Gamer said, I think Microsoft are making a very big mistake of revealing their console too soon. Because if they want to try and compete with Sony, I think showing their console this early puts Sony in the position to hold back, if you know what I mean, and make their console a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Microsoft are making a very big mistake again, but that's just my opinion.
I agree with you.
Storm Chaser.
Yeah. I couldn't understand you one bit. All I heard was Chaser. What the fuck?
Oh, what? Someone rattled this cage. Your turn. Take a shot.
You know, trying to light a cigarette.
I was gonna say what
a
I'm looking for
cigarette.
most from E3 is Bethesda and what they're going to be offering.
Yeah.
What they didn't
I
offer me
really
was a
want to
job
see,
when I
you know,
applied for
what's coming next for Fallout 4. They're gonna announce, you know, a Skyrim remaster, most likely, and then they might tease Elder Scrolls 6. I hope, even if they just show a trailer, just that would be really, really great. And then they got Dishonored 2. They might have Prey 2 might be there. And Doom was really successful, and I know they'll continue, you know, that series. That was a really great game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The only thing that with Elder Scrolls, if they do release anything, I just hope to God they don't do how it was on online, on the new one. I hope they actually go back to more of Skyrim, Morrowind, stuff like that.
Yeah, like I'm tired of I'm just tired of the fucking spin-offs. The stupid ESO, and then you got the card game. I want a real Elder Scrolls RPG and no voice protagonist.
Like, people need to understand, man. They need to stop bitching about, oh, we want the game now. You know, let it take 10 years to get made because, dude, when it comes out, it's going to be perfect.
and charge us more money because we want the entire game.
Right.
I will pay an extra $20 to have the entire fucking game.
Yeah, same here.
You
I
know,
don't mind if the game is delayed or something like that, but at the same time, there is the concern that it could turn into sort of like a Duke Nukem Forever or an Alien Colonial Marine kind of a situation. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying
For the
Horizon
layman,
Zero-
what does that mean?
What, Duke Nukem Forever or Alien Colonial Marines?
Yes.
Two of the worst games that come out in the industry.
I thought E.T. was the worst game that come out in the industry.
Yeah, well, yeah, that crashed. Yeah, that crashed Atari.
I say the Pac-Man really hurt Atari because it was such a piss poor port of the arcade.
Yeah, I think I watched a documentary on it with Atari, and apparently they were bleeding money out of their company, and out of the industry for years, and with the microtransactions or something they were doing, that
That's
ET
what really messed up the gaming industry, microtransactions, anyway.
yeah, it was. I think it was that ET game was the final straw in the coffin that completely collapsed the entire industry.
A month and a half development time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we're doing with that is if you have any old, I know there's our friend of ours is PSP, the original PSP, Patrick Scott Patterson. He's saving video games. What we're doing is actually we're getting old shitty video games and we're actually going to firing ranges and C4 and we're blowing them up. So if you have any games that you do not want anymore and you want to see us blow shit that like this game fucking sucks, Chieftain. Here's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I want you to friggin'
How
strap a
about
gorilla stick to
Infinite
them.
Warfare? It's not even out yet. It's still shitty.
Send in Superman 64 and Shaq Fu.
Yeah. If you guys want to send that to us, we're actually going to document it, and we're actually going to blow shit up, because those games do not deserve to be on the same Earth as us.
Right.
Yeah.
There's another Earth.
No, but don't send
Well,
in
in
Infinite
DC,
Warfare.
if I ever
That means
get
you
asked the
bought a
question that I'm
copy.
looking forward to in E3,
Have it destroyed.
yeah, there is another Earth.
Just don't buy the game.
That's all you gotta do. Just don't buy it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that Doom game. I actually did love it until the trophy system was fucking screwed up. That kind of annoyed me.
You know,
Zombies.
when Star Wars can't have space battles, but Call of Duty does, there's a serious problem.
Mhm.
Yep. This is a serious problem.
This wasn't Call of Duty. This was Titanfall with a story. That's what came out this time, and that's what they're doing all the time. They want to do like the stanky leg when you're done, like scoring in the top 3. They don't want to improve anything. They have a certain code. They're going to stick to that code, and this is the game developer part of me, guys. Working on games. They have a code, they have a cookie cutter. They want to stick to that cookie cutter so they can get those fanboys and fangirls out there, because it's 50-50 now. And and that's what they want, and that's what they'll do. The slow motion campaign, like the door breach slow motion. We talked about this before. In every single Call of Duty, it's like that. So you know what? Let's just add a little something. Let's do a wacky wall run. No one wants that shit. I mean, there's people that want it, and then there's people that want traditional stuff, but people bitch. It's like, oh, it's too much like the old game, so they change it, and then the people's like, oh, it's too much like Halo. So I mean, and Battlefield sucks just as much. I don't like
you know what the
Battlefield
ironic
because I hate
thing
the bullet
is
drop.
that-
The bullet drop is a joke, and I can't kill anybody. So if you like Battlefield, you can eat a dick. I don't like those. I don't like that game, and I don't like Call of Duty anymore because they're fleecing us from our money. So that's why I haven't bought a game in so long. It's just like I'm just frustrated with the whole industry. Like they're just like throwing crap out there for us, and me being working in development, I'm not gonna buy games anymore unless there's a story involved now. Like I've evolved as a gamer. I'm like I used to like shoot 'em up games, but I'm not into that no more. And I want something with a story now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I agree with that.
I was going to say, I'm kind of like that with the EA with this freaking Star Wars game. I refuse to buy it because it hasn't got a story
Right.
campaign in it. You know what I mean? I'm not really into multiplayer games. That's why I didn't buy the game for. I boycotted it.
Yeah,
and then the
same
problem
here.
with these always online is then when they shut the servers down or they decide to stop supporting the game, you can't play it.
Mm.
At least if it's got a single-player campaign, you can enjoy that game years upon years.
Oh yeah.
Like Zombies having a flashback from our first show because she can't get a word in edgewise. Yeah, having
Oh no,
flashbacks.
yeah, I'm having so many flashbacks right now.
That's why I like. Give me like the Doom game over Call of Duty any day. That's for sure. Even the old Doom games, I would play over Call of Duty any day.
But
Yeah.
did you even like Call of Duty at any time?
I like Call of Duty in 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked Black Ops and World at War.
Yeah.
And that was
I
it.
like Black Ops because I met my girlfriend on Black Ops, so that's why I have an emotional attachment to it, man.
Black Ops was the last one I actually bought, and ever since then I haven't touched the series because I couldn't stand it
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, Ghost was the last one I played, and after that, I stopped.
Yeah.
The magical
That's
fish
justifiable.
AI.
Yep.
I was never too much into Call of Duty games, but a friend of mine said let me play it, but really didn't like it. Wasn't really interested.
And, honestly, they need to just retire the series and just kill it off and come up with something else.
They're
I
never
really
gonna do
think
it.
Call of Duty is a cancer to the industry because every
Wow.
single series, regardless of its genre, is being turned into a generic COD clone. And it's ceasing to be what it
Over and
Have you
over.
seen the trailers for the new one? They did just kill it off.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
This
so.
from a guy
I
who wants to
really
buy every Zelda game. I think that is pretty much as the same instances with Call of Duty, and like because there's so
Differences-
many of those games, like how many times you're gonna go to the same pal and like take out the same game and recycle it and make a new one. I mean, come on. It's like they're doing the same thing, don't you think?
Yeah, but
I agree with
franchise
Zombie.
key.
I
Call of
actually
Duty is made every year. Zelda is like once a console generation usually.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
That's the good point.
I agree
Damn
with
it.
Zombie Killer though about the trailer that they put for Call of Duty Infinite War. It's just very generic. They don't.
Yeah.
I literally just watched the trailer while you guys were talking, and honestly, I want to throw up. It's
Yep.
that bad. I mean, dude, look, you know what? I love Call of Duty. It's the first game I ever played on Xbox. When I transferred
Right.
from PlayStation to Xbox, I love it. But what they're doing with it now is just completely murdering the entire game series. If I go and buy another Call of Duty, I want to be able to throw an airstrike missile, like throw an airstrike grenade, have it go off, and run my happy ass away, or else I'm gonna get blown up with that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey Zombie, how much did I love playing Call of Duty? How many times have you muted me on that game?
I kept you on constant mute.
Yeah. Major rage. I can't play
Seriously,
that game.
you're that bad on that. I bet
He
you're.
cried like a little
horrible.
bitch. It was
I'm
horrible.
horrible at it. I'm horrible. I have a 117 KD and I'm embellishing.
Like, he screamed so fucking loud that I could hear it through everybody else's mics, and I'm like, I don't need him unmuted. I'm good, thanks.
Joe Cheapin, don't be doing that, man. Come on.
I don't play that game. I'm retired from Call of Duty unless someone like says, "Oh, I need to play." I'm like, "I'll play just to get the game footage." But
Game rage.
Hey, Zombie Killer, next time he do that, let me know.
what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. That's what you're gonna do.
Put it on YouTube.
just for post purposes, put some gameplay in here too.
There's already footage of him raging when the beta was out, and he and my friend got into it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's on our.
Called
that's
him
on
you,
our
but
channel.
dumbass.
Yeah, yeah. I can fucking hear you, asshole. Yeah, I remember that. We actually, me and Zombie Killer played MK Mortal Kombat 10 MKX, and she was kicking my ass for 2.5 hours. I had to I cut it into a 2-minute rage fest, and it's on our channel. It's actually in our commercial. It's me laughing, kicking the shit out of me. It was the funniest thing ever.
That move where he punches across the screen is really good.
I can do that in real life.
Man. You talk about raging, man. I've raged, I think, about 30, 40 times on Call of Duty.
Sound, Joe Chief.
That's a Friday night.
No, that's the amount of times I've played Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay.
I've raged every time.
Okay, honest answer here, right? How many joypads have you gone through in your gaming life?
Me? Who is that question directed towards?
Yeah.
Everyone.
For every pets went through in our life.
4 gaming pads, 6 PlayStation 3 controllers, 4 Xbox One controllers, and 10 PlayStation 4 controllers.
Wow.
Wow. What's that, rage quitting or just
how many days a week do you go to anger management? That's a more prominent question.
0.
Jesus. How's your blood pressure? You all right?
Probably higher than fuck.
I'm concerned about your well-being, sir.
Dragon Scorpion.
I've gone through
No one
0.
even asked me about my E3 predictions, but that's okay. Go ahead and keep on going. Just skip over Chieftain like you.
Because nobody gives a shit what you think.
Obviously.
What about Mass Effect? Andromeda. Dragon Scorpion.
I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. That's all I'm going to say.
Does it ever?
If they have to have this game perfect, or they are going to piss off about 80% of fans. Because they did, from their last mistake they did with the third game, with the ending, and I think that was because EA was rushing them to put the game out. And so
Also, they had a good ending, but apparently it got leaked, and then they changed it the last second with that stupid idiot Casey Hudson and some other jackass, and did that kind of a fuckery of an ending, A, B, or C. All it did was change the color of the explosion, and your choice didn't matter.
For that game because they give out a load of free stuff.
And you know how they decide to end that epic series with a cheesy moving picture montage. That was with the extended cut. That was pathetic. It deserved full motion cutscenes. It deserved something.
I mean, the thing is with Mass Effect, right? You've got an iconic character like Commander Shepard, right? You spend 3 games with his character trying to save the universe, and that's the ending he gets. You know what I mean? This is disrespect, to a hero in the game. It's no.
One of many things that EA's done to piss off a lot of people, though.
Well,
I loved working for them. I liked working for them. I worked on Madden. It's a great place to work. I don't give a shit how bad you get. I was making $35 an hour. I don't give a shit how bad you got. You paid for my vacation, man. Thanks.
Great.
You're welcome.
I'm just teasing. I didn't get paid that much.
And you didn't get a vacation, other than...
No, I didn't get a vacation either. I worked 7 days a week. I worked 7 days a week there for 6 months. But
wow.
I loved it, though. It sounded like it was work. It was fun.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I was there again.
So one other game I'm looking forward to trying to see, and I'm hoping it turns out to be good, is the one that just recently got revealed. That's the Agents of Mayhem one.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's interesting.
That's the one by the developers who made Saints Row series, though.
Mute your mic.
God, man.
Ryan?
Yeah, it's the new one by the creators of the Saints Row series, and from what I heard, it's supposed to be like a 30-hour plus open world single player game, so that certainly has caught my interest so far.
I like we haven't heard that 400 times. Open world, millions of hours.
Didn't they say that with Destiny?
Yeah. Destiny, Division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poorly executed game that was.
What are your thoughts on
I
that?
like Destiny.
Zombie Killer?
They spent most of their money on marketing for Destiny.
I don't care. I like it.
What did you say?
I like it.
I was
That's
saying, what
the
are your
thing.
thoughts?
But he's right, though.
That's the
Yeah,
thing with
right.
The thing with Destiny is they spent about 500 million on marketing it, and they launched a seriously piss poor game.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it piss poor, but
Damn
maybe
here.
maybe you sucked in PvP. You got some animosity there.
No, it's just boring. I spent 4 weeks
It's a
playing.
grind.
Like,
Because I think
Halo
I think
combined with
I think I ran
Diablo.
into Dragon in a PvP and I was destroying him and he rage quit. I think that's why he's so mad. Come on, come clean, dude. Don't bullshit me. Come on, bro. See, he's laughing because he knows it's true.
So that was you that made me rage quit all those times?
Right.
Damn it.
That's the only game I'm good at PvP. That's Zombie Killer. It's the only game I'm actually decent at.
Yep.
there's only a few times I've literally rage quit in a game.
I agree,
I'm
though.
not-
The marketing.
I've only rage quit
just
one
marketed
time.
the hell out of it. It could have been better.
Yeah, I don't really do PvP. I do PvE though. I'm more of a single player person, not really big on multiplayers though.
Somebody does ATM.
You're a fucking asshole.
I'm more primarily a single player guy, but I always got to have one competitive shooter for myself to
Right.
play, because I got to scratch that itch. But beyond that, I mostly play single player RPGs like Fallout 4, which I'm enjoying immensely thanks to the console mods.
Chieftain knows all about single shooters and itches.
Oh.
The only person I've ever known to shoot themselves in the eye.
Oh my god.
It's got jokes. It's got jokes.
That's right.
God.
Here's something
Speaking
that
of
you
rage
do a
quitting,
rim shot.
I rage quitted recently in Halo 5. Because it was bullshit, game after game, just very unbalanced matching, player matching.
That's
You
what
never
people say
fight
when they
somebody in
lose.
your own tier. You fight people who are in a higher tier, which makes no sense. What's the point of placing in a tier?
How is that even possible if you fight somebody in a higher tier? How is that possible mathematically if everyone's fighting somebody higher than you are? Like, how is that even possible? It's just like that means like you're fighting. If you're level 24, you're fighting someone who's a level 25. But who are they fighting if they're fighting someone at a higher tier? Are they fighting at 26?
Here's an example. In Halo 5 for Breakout, right?
That's going on in the game.
I suck at Breakout. Alright? I lost every game. I went negative. But somehow I got into the Platinum tier. But my buddy,
Yeah.
who went positive, did really good, got Silver, which is on the lower end.
Right.
And it's like, well, how does that make sense? Like, honestly, 343, they just need to go. They need to leave the series. Or like, even though I do like
Anybody
Halo 5
like
and
anything in
modern
this fucking
movement,
lobby?
they do the modern movement really well. I think they got it really down, but everything else is just shit with them. They don't got the content there. They did a piss poor campaign. They just keep the art style is garbage. They can't do the matchmaking.
Jesus.
Speaking of Call of Duty, I'm going to have to go do some baby duties now. So I must be leaving.
You heading out?
Yeah, Logan's awake, so.
Okay.
Party's over, man.
Oh.
Thanks for
Thanks
showing
for
up.
having me.
Zombie.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys. Later.
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 See,
She's a sweetheart, though.
She is.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Yep.
I've known her for almost 8-9 years.
Oh, okay. Hey, no, Chieftain, I got one question for you.
Yes.
What about a Nintendo NX? What are your thoughts on that?
You asked me last time, and I had time to look at it, and I like how everything looks. I like the overall aesthetic of how it looks. I just want to see how they execute the gameplay with the pads, or what they call them.
You do realize that they were fake, right?
Yeah, they were fake. Yeah, I know. But I mean, they're gonna have new pads, and like I'm always critical of those anyway. I have like that's why I don't play PlayStation, because the controllers are too small for my friggin' Sasquatch hands. So it's not because of the quality of PlayStation 4, because they make beautiful games and everything looks great on them. It's that it's like I really need a bigger controller because I'm an old man and I get carpal tunnel, and I lose feeling on my fingertips when I play like on those little controllers.
For me,
I'm hoping those controllers are nice. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Whatever the NX turns out to be, I personally believe this is their last chance to get it right this time with the NX, though, because if this flops, though, I don't know what else. Then people are going to start asking, what place do they have in the video game industry in general? Then.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that one, Brian. I can agree with you on that one.
I think
Dragon Scorpion.
I honestly think where Nintendo is at the moment, they need this console to work, because if it fails, they're going to go bankrupt within about 2-3 years.
Well, some people, they say they won't go bankrupt because they got billions of dollars, and even if they could financially afford multiple console failures, they will not be able to afford the loss in consumer support. Like, I've watched Nintendo over the years go from like the most talked about game company, the most played game company, to the nobody even gives a fuck about Nintendo anymore. Nobody talks about Nintendo anymore. They're marketing to kids, to children. They think the West lives in the 1950s. You know what kids are talking about? They're 8 to 12. I see them walking from school or home to and from school, and they're swearing like truckers. They're talking about things like Call of Duty, Bloodborne, like Resident Evil, more mature franchises. They're not talking about anything Nintendo. It doesn't even come out of their mouth. Nintendo used to have the largest section in gaming stores. Now it's the tiniest section of anybody. I go into an EB Games / GameStop, and it's like the smallest section. Even the Funko Pop toys is more than Nintendo.
It's a novelty now. Like, people that like Nintendos as children that are adults now, it's more of a novelty. I agree with you. They are catering to that, because I don't know if they'll be able to ever compete for that demographic, that PlayStation or Steam, or which we haven't even mentioned Steam or PCs. We've just been mentioning Xbox and PlayStation consoles. But if they're actually going to do something, they have to like toe that line. I'm not a marketer, so there is a market for them. It's just not as big, and I totally agree with you. It's very small. They used to be huge. Like, I had Nintendo Power as a kid. I had the NESs, that sort of thing. I had the original Game Boy. I still had the original Game Boy, Light Boy in my giant Game Boy shaped case. I have all the instructions. I still have all that stuff, and I don't know where it is, granted, but it's not at the level of Xbox or PlayStation or even Steam. I think that's where it's going to go now, downloadable games like that.
It's basically lost.
Hard drive now.
Lost 8 to 10 million in sales ever since the NES came out. Its launch was like 65 million sales around there, and then the next system sold 8 to 10 million less. And the Wii anomaly, that's never going to happen again. Okay, we all know what that's over. But then the Wii U, and now that's selling even worse than the GameCube. And I liked the GameCube personally. I thought it was a great system, but it was dumb decisions that they made that held the game back. They made it look like a little kid's toy, a purple lunchbox. They made the disc super small, only had 1.2 gigabytes of space. They had no hard drive, no online, and that's why also I think it failed too.
What killed the Wii was the Kinect. That's what killed the Wii, because it was the next level. It's like you didn't have to have these nunchucks in your hand. You were the controller. That's what killed the Wii.
Well, I also would say the shovelware killed the Wii.
Yeah, that too.
Well, that and how many people fell on their ass trying to use the Kinect?
Oh, yeah.
And the fact the Wii was really underpowered.
People are retards. They're gamers. They're not coordinated.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, when you hear Nintendo, you basically hear Mario, Pokemon, and more stuff like that. And they're trying to just come around this entire area in that niche. And what they need to do is they need to start doing how Xbox is doing, where when Xbox One came out, all that was there was Xbox One games, and then a year later, then released the update for the Xbox One to become backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They need to do that. I think their sales would drive that way, because that way, all the new games coming out, they would have every kid would want to go out and buy one if they still want to go to that service.
Trouble is, Microsoft needs to get rid of the DRM because it's pissing a lot of people off.
Yeah,
Well,
it was only the only reason I have an Xbox One today is because those policies changed. I was originally very against the Xbox One. Always online, 24-hour check-in, and then your system will brick if it doesn't check in, and other stuff like that. And then there's a patent used in the Kinect to where if you pay for a movie like $4.99 to watch a movie, it can count how many people are in the room, and it will charge that same price for everybody that's in the room. You can look it up. Microsoft has a patent for that.
Well, that ain't just that's not just because
That's why I don't have the Kinect for the Xbox One.
the problem is actually with the PC market of gaming as well. The DRM, every time they keep updating their system, the DRM is stopping older games being played on newer PCs. You know what I mean? And a lot of people want old games they want to play, and they can't play on those 10 with the system because of the DRM.
We're getting some reverb over here on this side. Anyone else hearing that?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
I'm hearing it too.
It sounds like it's coming from Wade.
That's very true.
Where's our engineer?
Better now.
Dragon, you are engineer?
Me, no, I'm not.
Actually, I was going to go.
Well, anyways, I was thinking, you guys said, can Nintendo compete? I think they can. They need to let the youth take control of the company. Let these ancient old men that just need to retire like Miyamoto, let them retire because they just keep screwing things up. Listen to this. Miyamoto said, you know how everybody wants a new F-Zero game? The F-Zero GX was awesome for the GameCube. He's like, we will not make a new F-Zero until we think of a new, interesting controller for it. Already was fucking gimmicks on the mind.
Yeah, look at Star Fox Zero, for example. Look how that turned out, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Star Fox Zero just really canned itself.
Yeah, you know what's even more sadder, though, is I went to a local GameStop, and the employee that I know there tells me that a lot of parents were returning the game because their kids were having a hard time playing it because of that stupid motion control decision that they decided to put into Star Fox Zero, though.
Yeah, I heard about that, Brian. I heard about that. I read about that.
And that's what frightens me about the NX, Mr. Kimishima. The NX will be a new way of playing games. That sounds like it's a gimmicky, non-traditional controller. And then he says it will launch for a profit day one, and that speaks to me an underpowered console. Yet again, they're in the same boat.
I mean, that to me is a very bold statement to make, though. And right now, my confidence with the NX currently is not that high at this moment, okay? I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but I need to see proof that Nintendo really has learned their lesson this time, though.
I doubt that very much.
Yeah. As for their claim of saying they'll still support the Wii U, I'm not buying that because they said the same thing when the DS came out, and look what happened to the Game Boy Advance. They say the same thing when the Wii came out, look what happened to GameCube. And if NX takes off, and if that does happen, you know they're going to throw the Wii U under the bus very quickly, though.
Well, you know, it is put up or shut up time for Nintendo with the Nintendo NX.
Yep.
Well, Nintendo has too much power. He literally has too much power over game projects, what gets made and what gets put in it.
Right.
I'll tell you what. You know who's completely and utterly screwing themselves over, don't you? Konami.
Oh yeah, Konami. Oh, they've screwed themselves over already so much.
Yeah, they've done it even worse. Apparently now they're shutting down one of the most popular games. One of the most popular games that people play. You know, the what's it? The PES.
Pro
Evolution Soccer?
Yeah, they're shutting the servers down for it.
Yeah, and they're going all in on pachinko machines.
Yeah.
I said to Terrence the other day, are they completely trying to sabotage themselves?
You know, it's interesting that they're doing that because SNK is doing the complete opposite of what Konami's doing right now.
Mm.
Especially with the upcoming King of Fighter game that's coming out, though.
I haven't actually heard of that.
Hey, Dragon Scorpion.
Yeah.
You saw the post that I had posted in the group about the PlayStation 5?
I have. How long's it been since the PS4 has come out?
13, 14.
I think like probably around 4 years.
4 years. That'd be about 8 years. Yeah.
That sounds about right, though.
Yeah, I mean, in 4 years' time, 2020, yeah, it'll be time for a new console. Because in 4 years' time, obviously the console should have had its fair amount of games like launched. You know what I mean? In 4 years, so yeah, I would agree a new console coming out. But
Any thoughts on Storm Chaser Gaming?
Yeah, honestly, sorry about the audio difference. I got background noise real quick, but basically what I think with it, and it comes down to it, I think that PlayStation is releasing it too fast. I really do, because to me, I want a system that they're going to take their time on. I'd rather wait, another year or two, and then have it come out where all the bugs are gone, everything's gone, and then that way more people and it's better. Sometimes the hype goes away, but you got to think, you don't want to just throw something out that basically is shit. Like, you guys remember when Grand Theft Auto first came out? Everybody went to get online, and they go, oh, online won't be on for a month. Okay, 4 months later, it finally comes on.
yeah, they had issues after that.
They still have issues. I got on to do GTA 5 Funny Moments the other day with my buddies, and my God, man, it was hell trying to just get into a lobby. I mean, it was absolute bullshit. And honestly, I really hate to see the game industry to do this, because I love gaming, dude. I mean, gaming, I've made my personal life. I'm, getting paid, from these videos that I do. And to see these shitty-ass games coming out, it's just kind of like the video game industry is basically saying, we don't give a fuck about you. All we care about is the money, so here, go buy a $10 supply drop that don't give you shit. How about instead you go back to the old way where if you want a DLC pack, it's $15, and then you got everything with it. There's no supply drops, no nothing like that, and you just go back to the original stuff. The good stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
If you actually think that they cared in the first place what you fucking thought, then you're pretty naive to the game industry, because all they care about is one thing, and it's money. That's all they care about. They care about taking your money for the microtransactions, the game. You don't even need a complete game anymore, because people just want to keep it at $60. Now, it's great that you're making money from it, but they're making money too. So this whole emulation of marketing that they actually care and have a heart, they don't. They want to make that money, and that's what it's all about. And you have all these regulations in the states for work stuff, for like you can only work this amount, you can only work that amount. I can go and take you to school on, like, not to say in a derogatory way, but on how it really works from being from the inside and being a 3D animation gaming instructor too. Yeah, I can tell you how it is. I mean, but we all know kind of with all the information out there. But it's just, I think it's really naive to think that they actually cared in the first place, is all I'm saying. No disrespect to you or anyone in the room.
Oh, it's cool, man. Like, the one thing is, when it comes down to the game part, the one game that I know that they actually do pay attention and watch, and actually watch the videos on YouTube and get, what they should do, what they shouldn't, is Forza.
Yeah.
Forza's the only game company that actually has, that actually goes out and listens to the fans. Now, I think, like, them right there, they do care about it, but, yeah, they still want the money. Like, they come out with those damn car packs that cost so fucking expensive for 5 fucking cars.
Right.
Like, fuck, I'm not buying it in real life.
One other company that does that, and I'm going to get like, oh, shut up, Chieftain, about this game already, but Destiny, when it first came out, they listened to the fans, and they made adjustments really quickly. I don't know now because I haven't played it in a while, but it's the same thing. Like they actually listened, but they were trying to establish a franchise with this game, so they had an ulterior motive for it. Now, like Call of Duty, they don't give a fuck if you get spawn killed in your area. That's been a problem for 15 years or however how long the game's been out. They're never gonna fix it because they know you're gonna bitch, you're gonna complain, and then when November comes around, oh, there's a new game, and the hopes that they're gonna fucking change that, and people go and buy it again, and it's the same shit again and again and again, and it's like 400 and 500 bucks later, you dumb fuckers are still buying the same broken fucking ass game. I'm done.
that right there, I would agree with.
I agree. Well, you remember when they said Call of Duty with the update, they said they fixed the spawn killing. Everybody went out and bought Advanced Warfare, and it was still spawn killing.
That's why they won't put the, I don't know if you guys play, but Domination, they will not put that in hardcore form. I play hardcore. I don't play core when I play that game because I call it Call of Duty with training wheels because you have to shoot a half a magazine inside somebody to kill them, and I'm the worst aim ever.
Same here.
And it's just like Zombie always gives me crap about it. But like I want to be able to hit somebody and hit them twice and they're dead, not they're coming at me like a goddamn zombie when I'm not playing zombies. But yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, I think if they took
why I'm here, right?
I think if they took the physics from Call of Duty and mixed it in with Battlefield, I think it would be perfect.
Right. Oh, definitely. They need to take the physics, the ragdoll, the little ragdoll stuff they had from World at War, and add that to the updated Call of Duty. And I think Battlefield does it already, but they should add that too. They took a little less gore out, but just aesthetically speaking, I like to see that more. But I gotta say, in the closed beta with Black Ops, my friend was actually the lead environment artist on it. And I got into the closed beta and I wrote like a 5-page synopsis on what they needed to change. And actually 50% of my shit actually got into the game, my suggestions. And I'm like, yeah, they're listening to me. But that's only they're listening because I worked on stuff like that. They're not going to listen. Good, I want this. Like, I was actually like, dude, I was bullet pointing everything. He's like, did you send this to the guys at Activision? Like, yeah, they hated it and they loved it. But it's I don't mean to like boost myself up. I'm sounding like a cocky asshole, but I'm just trying to speak industry wise, and I'm hoping it's coming off like that.
Yeah, you are, man. There's no.
I don't want to sound disrespectful or cocky or anything. So.
I understand. Since you work in the industry, the kind of crap you got to deal with, especially from some fanboys. So I don't disagree with you on that, though. But at the same time, I also do feel that some developers also give a lot of gamers, the middle finger as well with some stupid comments they make too.
Completely agree. Yeah, I agree. Oh, dude, I rip on them. You see me in the last 2 shows. I rip on them and I give them kudos when they need it. Pretty much a straight shooter with them.
Right.
So
I mean,
go ahead.
Going back to what I said about No Man's Sky, where people wrote death threats to the developers over the delay of it, though.
Wow, I still can't believe that. They need to
go to the gym and they need to get laid.
And
check out my Instagram. Gamers work out, man.
Isn't it? Was it No Man's Sky? I think it was No Man's Sky. I think they said if you crash, you will be stuck on a planet for the same amount of years in the game or something. I think it was something to do with that. Something to do with referring. If you actually, I think it was No Man's Sky or something like No Man's Land game. If you crash,
I think I read something about that, Jerry.
You're stuck on that planet you crashed on.
What? That is insane, man.
Yeah, it's something to do with it works in real time or something like that. I think it is.
Now, who all here is Forza fans? I'm talking Horizon, not the Motorsports.
Is that the game that you're in a car and you turn left all the time?
No, that's NASCAR.
Oh, okay. I always tease Zombie Killer. I go, I don't play Forza because I don't like turning left all the time. But the game is beautiful, and I wish I can get it. I want the actual controller with the wheel because I'm an old pole position dork. So
Same here, man.
So I want that, and I want to be a fan of Forza. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can understand. I think Forza Horizon 3 is going to be, if they don't overhype it, I think it's going to be good.
That's gonna be one of those games I'm gonna rage at. I could just see it. I'll be friggin' road raging like on my way to Orlando when I go to work.
Yeah, that's about how it was with me, man. You get pissed off in the game, you go driving, it's like, come on, I can do this in the game. Why can't I do it here?
You know what's funny is about like when I play video games is like when I turn it off and I like have a bad game, I turn it off, I'm fine. And like I'm not mad anymore. It's just like I turn it off, I watch Family Guy, I'm good to go. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. I think I'm bipolar or some shit.
Oh, Lord. Come on, Joe Chieftain. Not you.
You could just call me Chieftain. That's fine. You have to call me Joe Chieftain, or you want to call me Master Chieftain. That's cool too.
Oh my God! Now you're trying to get like now you're trying to get like Master Chef now.
Master Chef.
So, have any of you? This is something that's also got disliked as well. The infamous Mighty Number 9 trailer.
Yeah.
The one, the one where the guy says you'll be crying like an anime fan on prom night or something.
That was a bad trailer.
Yeah, I disliked it because I am an anime fan, man.
Yep.
I also disliked the trailer.
Yeah, in fact, even the developers were pissed off at Deep Silver, though.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, they were pissed off about the way the trailer was handled, though. And that's not the only game developers Deep Silver may have pissed off. I mean, Dead Island Definitive Collection, where in the PS4 version, they only have one game on the disc, and when you have to download the other two with a downloadable code.
Oh, shit.
Yep, I did a review of that on my YouTube channel, and I think that's kind of ridiculous considering that Metro Redux has 2 games in one, but Dead Island Definitive Collection has 1 game, and the other 2 have to be downloaded by a digital code, if you're buying the physical copy, that is.
Yeah, that's why I went to PC, man. PC's so much easier with Steam.
Yeah.
Trouble is, PC gets screwed over quite a bit just lately, though.
Well, I mean, you had the Arkham Knight fiasco for PC users, though.
Yeah.
I can't afford a gaming PC. It's too expensive.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. You know how much I spent on my PC?
That's why you
on my PC itself? I spent $600.
Damn.
NVIDIA graphics card, power upgrade. I just put another couple hundred. Well, I put about another $150 in it the other day. Bought new cooling fans, LEDs, stuff like that. But other than that,
You don't need to get something expensive to stream.
Nah, it works perfect.
So how much did you
I'm just looking for viewers because, quite frankly, my fucking quality is kick fucking ass, and still motherfuckers won't like view my shit. And I know my stuff is pretty fucking good, and I'm getting freaking frustrated as shit. I'm like, bastards, look at this stuff. I'm like, I do better than like most of these friggin' tryhards out there, and I put all this production quality into it, and like no one sees shit, and I'm just like, fuck you, Angry Joe.
Thinking of
I'm just
VR, and PC gaming, right? It would cost me $900 to be able to just have a computer just to run VR. And I think this is one of the reasons why they're making the new systems, like the Neo and the Scorpio for the Xbox, is because they want to get it ready for VR, and the current systems are too weak to support it.
Well, that and along with that, they're trying to take everybody from PC. Now, yes, Microsoft does run Xbox, but at the same time, as they are two separate. So when they are running that, Xbox is trying to take the PC users and transfer them over.
Just look at the code names. The PS4 Neo, Project Morpheus, VR, Matrix, it makes sense. It's specifically for that. I would say because the current systems are not powerful enough to run it.
Honestly,
And if you're a PC gamer, you might be spending more money if you're planning to get VR though, because I remember trying the VR. I think it was the View or something like that at a Microsoft store. And while it is impressive though, the price point in terms of spending of it, maybe up to $2,000, is like, I don't know if I want to spend that much money for VR though.
yeah,
back in
you don't know if you're gonna like it or not.
That's for
back in the 80s when the VHS came out, and like the first VHS tape was like $200. So I mean, the price is going to go down. It's just the way to market it.
Yeah, if you remember, that's why screens came out. They were $4,000, $5,000 just for 30-inch. Now they're only a couple hundred.
The PC version is a HTC. They're charging like what was it, about $2-3 for it?
The HTC Vive?
Yeah.
That's the one I tried out.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you've got a well-paid job or you are like literally born into a family that's rich, how the hell can you afford to pay like $2,000 for VR? It's just.
I know.
And I hate how it's being marketed as, it's
Inferno's
going to
rich. We
console
can just get money
gaming and
from
PC gaming, and it's going to be the main way people game. I'm sorry, I'm not going to stick a thing over my face and bumble around the room and break stuff in my house, and that's going to be the main way I game.
I know, man. I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day that actually did that. In the middle of the game, they turned around and just nailed the coffee table. Oh, God, it was hilarious.
There's going to be injuries. There could even be deaths due to this. Like someone falling down the stairs, playing VR upstairs in their room.
I would agree with that. Because
it's Darwinism. Survival of the stupid.
Either that or get a couple drunk guys next to the TV, see what happens.
I've seen a lot of these VR, like these games, like the horror, especially the horror games, and I've seen some people jump back really violently, and I'm thinking, well, if you're in a room and you've got stuff around you, you're going to be freaking falling over that, something chronic, you know what I mean? So I think VR is going to cause a lot more people to go with the casualty than playing the games.
I think horror games in VR, it is going to be a terrifying experience for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the potential with VR, though, but right now, the price point is what's probably, I think, going to turn some people off at the moment, though.
Like, you know what? Like, I got a big screen TV. It's 1080p. I know it's not 4K, but it's 1080p. It's a big-ass screen. I like to play my video games on it. I like to invite friends over and play split screen and stuff. I'm not into VR. No, certainly not at that price. It's not going to be mainstream. Not at that price, it won't.
I think the whole reason why they're going out with VR so bad is because everybody's running these multi-screen, multi-screen systems like how I am. Right now I'm running 2 screens. I usually like to run 3.
Well, now, to be honest, I think with VR, I think technology is leaping to an even much more higher advancement, level now. But really, we are entering an age of digital and whatnot. I mean, you really have to look at the technologies that we have now, because with VR, we're entering a new dawn of technological advancements.
Yeah,
there is worldwide free internet. There is never going to be this always online world that people are dreaming of, where they're streaming everything, and that's just not going to work. There needs to be worldwide free internet with a certain speed.
How do you plan to pay for that?
Yeah,
Nothing is free.
Child bankers.
That's like those.
They redistribute the wealth. Every man, woman, and child on this earth will be a multi-millionaire, including all the Indian and Chinese.
That's not mathematically feasible.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not mathematically feasible. It's socialism. It's not mathematically feasible. We had a candidate that tried that, and he didn't even make it to the nomination. It's not mathematical. It's all math.
They own the Federal Reserve.
Sounds great on paper. I'm with you. It sounds great on paper, but it's never going to happen.
Why you got corruption in governments and stuff like that. No one.
That's true.
Will be all rich.
New World Order, man.
Illuminati confirmed.
I mean, we got what, corrupt bureaucrats and freaking politicians.
They are.
they take money off us like God knows anything, right? And we end up having to bail these people out every damn time. I don't understand why, but the world itself, there's only going to be a few people that are going to be rich. The rest of us are going to be poor. That's just the way this world works. So
yeah. I mean, whether you get there legally or not. I mean, me and Brian, I think, actually touched on this on a little bit. We diametrically we're opposed. We have opposing views politically, and I totally respect his opinion, but he's wrong. But I understand. Like, I think we can all go into the general consensus that politicians and corporations are out for themselves, and. Correct. And we were talking about money with video games and stuff. That's what makes the world go around. I think it's a tough area to be around, like saying what is a right and what is not. I mean, can we live without internet? Yeah. Can we live without food? No. So I mean, we have to go into perspective on what's really important in life. Yeah, we enjoy video games. That's good. It's like what they call first world problems. But you know, there's people starving, and like I don't think they're worrying about internet. They're worrying about clean drinking water. You know,
yeah,
it's kind of we want to keep that in perspective.
Well, then why don't you ask yourself this? Why is the Nestle Corporation, under an expired permit from 1988, extracting 500 million gallons or billion gallons of water every year from California, and they're experiencing the worst drought ever, and they still do it? Or they go to
that's not the reason
because you're talking about a billion-dollar
drought. There's a little fucking fish in a river, and these EPA people are pissed off that this fish needs to be saved, and that's why the farmers are actually doing that. Why are we saving a little fucking fish when the actual farmers need the water? I mean, Nestle is wrong, and so is the EPA. Left wing, right wing, they're both wrong, man. So like, I can go all day like this with you, but I mean, like, they're both sides. They're both wrong. You know,
man, you need to hit me up on Skype, man. I could talk to you all day long.
They want me to run for office here, and I'm not real. Like, Republicans hate me and Democrats hate me because like I take my own opinions.
Republicans are red, Democrats are blue, and neither of them give a fuck about you.
That is very true. Amen, brother.
That's why I'm a registered independent. That's why I'm not no party affiliation.
There is one thing I don't really want to bring up.
We're all gamers. That's the affiliation we have.
There's one thing I don't want to bring up in this subject, right, and that's Hillary Clinton.
Uh-oh.
I know some people will defend her, but after the stuff that I've seen her do and blatantly lie, I think she's she is the worst candidate ever. And
but you should vote for her because she's a woman and she has a vagina.
Exactly right.
Don't base it off of merits.
Honestly, I'll look at it in this way, and I think everybody will agree with me on this one. No matter which way we go, Republican, Democrat, I think we're both screwed, no matter what. Yeah, they bring their own stuff to the table, but at the same time, they want to take so much stuff away. Like, yeah, Obamacare will be gone. Trump's going to somehow find a way to build a wall up in Mexico. And then, you know, Hillary's over here in Benghazi getting her ass screwed.
I think
I'm going to say something that might be controversial to everyone, though, but if I had to choose between Trump and Hillary, I'm going with Hillary because I'm not voting for an attention whore who happens to be one part Jim Jones and one part Adolf Hitler. Okay?
Wow.
Wow.
I would disagree on that. And I would go for Trump over Hillary because Hillary is like a female Adolf Hitler. She's a pawn for the banks and the corporations.
Well, look, Hillary's facing jail time.
Hillary, right, I'm going to say this now, right? Hillary, right, is not a Democrat. She's not a liberal, and she's definitely not freaking dead. She's a Confederate.
I prefer her over Trump any day. I prefer her over Trump.
Dude, I'd have Trump's my boy, man. New Yorker.
I've heard the language from Donald Trump before, and I know where exactly that's going to lead to.
Love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, so do you want a president that's going to face jail terms?
You don't have any evidence to back that up. The Benghazi
There's tons of evidence.
There's tons of evidence.
Tons of evidence.
They're releasing.
Those poor diplomats, that poor diplomat died. All those soldiers died at Benghazi because
She
of her.
broke a federal law by deleting emails, even private or non, on a separate email, which was actually not approved by the president, but he knew about it and he knew it was illegal, so he should be impeached as well. So there is a lot of stuff in there, but nothing's going to happen because the Justice Department, the Obama's Justice Department, is not going to do anything about it.
Yeah,
That
because
sounds like a right-wing.
What they're going to do if she gets indicted and she goes to jail, all he has to do is pardon. It's like, well, you're involved too. He's going to pardon himself, and that's it. And then it's like corruption all over again.
Sounds like a right-wing
At least with
conspiracy
Trump,
to
you
me,
get
though.
what you get. You know, the difference between the real fascists here, because you made the Hitler comment. The real fascists are the protesters that are beating up people for their freedom of speech. Now, you might not like that freedom of speech, and it might be hate speech, it might be not hate speech, but if there's kids and children walking to their cars and there's people beating them up because they're free or blocking a roadway, that's fascism. That's what the
Yeah, but
Nazis.
you cannot ignore the fact
Why
that
do
the
you-
Trump supporters that did that. You cannot also.
No,
ignore
no,
the
no,
fact
no,
that
no, no,
there's-
no, no.
But there's more
Both
Hillary
parties.
and Bernie supporters that were paid to do it. So
Both
there's
parties-
thousands and thousands of protesters that, let me finish, thousands and thousands of protesters that did that compared to like a handful of Trump supporters that cold cock somebody. They're both wrong, but there's more of those ignorant people that don't have a college education that are beating up other people. That's wrong, and they're on both sides. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me started on that stuff because my parents went to one and they're like in rascals and shit, and they're catching shit for that.
Yeah,
We
but
need to bring
Trump
the
is the
whole
one who
system
fired the
down,
first
scrap
shot in the
everybody in
foot.
government, get rid of the two-party dictatorship of Republican and Democrat, start
Yeah, I
a
agree. I agree.
Yeah, like, and I think
Chieftain for president.
I think you guys can both agree that both Trump, Hillary, Bernie, all of them, all their supporters, even if it was a small amount, have went to arms over it.
Well, here's the thing, that this is the reason why I don't trust Hillary Clinton, right? One is the fact that she said in front of millions of people that she was under sniper fire when she went.
That's right, she did.
Right? And she said that she was literally ducked down to get into that car. Now, if you look at the footage, she was walking perfectly fine to that car, and there was no sniper fire or anything.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
And she called right, and they're calling Trump racist. And meanwhile, Hillary Clinton called black people super predators.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
Does anybody? I mean,
Yeah, but you cannot ignore a lot of the racist comments that Trump has said.
what racist comment?
No,
Yeah,
no, not
what did he say?
Here's a great quote. It's about elections. Elections are like a turd bucket challenge, trying to choose the cleanest turd in the bucket.
You're right. You're totally right. He hasn't said anything racist. He
Well,
hasn't said
this-
anything racist. You can't say anything that he said that was racist.
the worst one of all.
You can
Right?
interpret it as racist, but it wasn't.
The
Like
wor-
banning Muslims, like they say he wants to ban all Muslims. No, he doesn't want to. He wants to put a temporary ban on Muslims. And you guys might not be old enough for this, but I'm going to let you know what happened in the 70s. Jimmy Carter did the same thing. He temporarily banned Muslims coming into the United States. You know why? Because of fucking terrorism. And that's exactly what Trump is doing. But if it comes out of a Democrat's mouth, you don't hear it in the media, but you hear it out of Trump's mouth. He's a big mouth. I don't like everything he says. I don't like anything everyone says or whatever. But that's not what he says, and people interpret that because they're too ignorant to actually read listen to the entire speech. It's not racist. Now, he's abrasive. I'll give you that. He's not racist. He's got a lot of black supporters. I mean, not as many as Hillary because she's giving them stuff, and that's how the Democrats work. They give you stuff, and they buy your vote like you're a child and you can't take care of yourself.
Well,
I
do
work
disagree
hard.
with you. Well, I
work
work
hard,
too.
and
I
I don't
agree with
think
you, but
that-
I do work hard.
Yeah, like I work hard, so all because I work hard, why do I have to pay more for a health care bill when someone else is paying just like working the same amount of hours and making the same amount of pay, and they're paying $34? It's not fair. It's like, so I gotta pay for the people that, like, I can barely feed myself. So I mean, we can go all day. Like, I mean, I like to talk about gaming, and I'd rather put these guys in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and see what happens. So we put like we'll go to 8-bit Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. We'll put Hillary Clinton in there. We'll put Donald Trump in there, and they can duke it out. Because fuck it, let's talk about video games.
No, put them in the Coliseum and make them fight to the death.
Yeah, like Thunderdome, right, man?
That whole Bangladesh thing, right? That is what pissed me off, because I actually watched the film.
Benghazi? You mean Benghazi?
Benghazi, yeah.
Benghazi incident, right? I watched the film 13 hours, right? And she fucking lied in front of Congress, saying that
lied to the families.
She lied, basically, saying she gave them enough security, right? She gave them enough security force. They didn't have fuck all. It took 6 soldiers to defend that compound.
I hope you're cutting it out.
Just, you know what I mean? To keep
Anytime a movie is based on an actual event, though, you always have to question how much of it is accurate and how much of it isn't, though. Plus,
because knowing the government, they lie a lot.
Well, that's
No, not the government.
Trouble is, it actually came from the mouth of the actual surviving soldier, and everything that actually happened was real.
Well, I always look at fact check, though. I always always use that just to make sure how much of it is accurate and how much of it isn't, though.
That's smart. I always do that too, and I'm political science is kind of a hobby of mine, and I've been vetted by a political science professor, and he's like, "Dude, you're ready to run." It's like, because you can talk your way around anything and defend anything and make historical references to anything.
Well, I mean, honestly,
he liked another candidate, and I was defending Trump at that point because my candidate Ben Carson was out. So like, I was like, all right, like, who do I have? I'm like, all right, better than any of the other people, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm more moderate, middle, but I think you're like more of a Bill Maher type of independent, left-leaning.
I consider myself a left-of-center person, though.
Yeah, I can see that, and I totally respect your opinion. You're just wrong. That's okay.
Well, I say the same thing about you, but I don't personally hate you. Okay, so I just want
I love you to death, bro. I wouldn't be here if I couldn't stand you. I may talk like Trump, but I'm not him. I don't have his money.
All right, so now, all right, Democrat, Republican beside. What about the couch?
My viewers. Sorry.
The couch bill that they try to pass again.
Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
What about the TPP, which is going to turn the United States and Canada into like Philippines wages, and we'll be like Mexico and China?
Yeah, you can fuck off. I'm going to the UK.
It's coming there too.
Don't you guys have Sharia? Do you have Sharia law in some of your outskirts there at the UK?
It ain't fucking happening in this country, I'm telling you now.
Are you guys ready to fight?
Oh, fucking damn right we are.
I'll join you, man. I'll buy a boat and go on over.
I watched Question Time the other night, right? And literally all they were going on about is trade this, trade that, and they're not looking at the real bloody problem that's in our country right now, and that is with ISIS and the extremists. The reason why we can't deport them is because of the EU.
Gotta love those open borders, huh? How's that working out for you?
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they want here.
Literally, the EU is running our country.
Honestly, if they want open borders, how about they give us the opportunity, like, hey, if there's a terrorist, you're allowed to go shoot and kill them.
Well, this
you
is
know what? I challenge all those people that love open borders to keep their houses and their apartments, have all their doors open all the time.
Well, this is why on the 23rd of June, we've got the right now to vote either stay in or leave.
Leave the EU, trust me, leave the EU.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell people for ages, trying to tell them leave. You know what I mean? Because if we stay in, I fear that we're gonna head to civil war in this country.
What's that?
To me, it's going to be
you're gonna have
really
the purge. They're gonna have the purge over there. It's gonna be like the dark zone in like the Division and shit.
Oh God, I'm going to it. Fuck them.
I'm trying to turn this around back in the games, and you guys keep on throwing it out.
Come on, didn't they come out with the game?
You guys are gonna fucking hate me. I'm trying not to do that.
No, but hey, didn't they whatchamacallit come out with a game for it for the Purge?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't remember hearing of any Purge video game though.
I remember hearing something about it when the movie came out, and then it just went away.
The only thing that I know is there's another Purge film coming out.
Oh God!
Yeah, Purge Legendary.
Yeah. Get ready, shut your doors, lock them up, and hold your shotgun tight.
Well, apparently it's that guy that was in the last one. Something about protecting a president or something, or vice president.
Presidential candidate, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, from what I heard, they did say that there is another Purge movie coming, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
kind of, I like it because it's kind of new and it's fresh and it's not like the typical Hollywood bullshit remakes. You know what I
you
mean?
mean like how Fast and the Furious happened? The first one was great, and then the rest of them sucked.
I honestly,
Back in a few minutes.
I'm gonna
Fast and
say,
Furious 8. The
I'm-
quest for more money.
I'm gonna say this now, right? Fast and Furious franchise should have stopped now.
They're doing another one.
When Paul Walker died, that should have been the end of that franchise. Not do another one, just end it there.
I remember seeing this on a news channel for YouTube. They said that they talked with the people from Fast and the Furious, and they said they originally planned on making 6 of them, and then they wound up changing it to 15. So I don't think we're gonna know exactly how many are gonna be there. But honestly, I want them to drop the movie franchise and make an actual video game, because I think if they came with Turn 10 and did their own thing, you would be looking at the new generation of racing games.
I mean, how many films do you want to have? You know what I mean? Because when does a film become a point of like overkill? Because they did that with Saw. I mean, with Saw, with the first film Saw, that was perfect. They didn't.
Yeah.
They could have got away with just a single film because that was absolutely brilliantly done. The first Saw film. Because
Well, look at the James Bond franchise. Look at how much movies those have done.
Great analogy. James Bond, perfect example.
James Bond, man. Honestly, I think it should have stopped at GoldenEye.
It should have stopped at Stinkfinger.
thing is, how many more 007s can you have? You know what I mean? It's just a bit.
Well, they're trying to milk it for everything that they can get, but honestly, what they should have done is they should have just stopped making it, and then 10, 15 years down the road, then make another one. Like, honestly, I think they're coming out with these movies too quick because they're killing the franchises off. Like, if you guys remember Fast and the Furious, the first one was so epic. I watched it 78 times within the first month.
He counted.
Yes, I did. I am one of the biggest Fast and the Furious fans ever. If you put the movie in front of me, I can say word for word the entire movie.
This is how old it is. The original movie was about stealing TV VCRs.
Actually, no, the original movie was in black and white. The Fast and the Furious that everybody knows now in 2001 is actually a remake of the original Fast and the Furious back in the old days.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's the one I'm referring to. I learned something today.
So basically, there were 2 movies that came out that sort of got, I don't know sales-wise they performed well, and that was the new Ninja Turtles and X-Men Apocalypse movie.
Yeah.
See, see with the Turtles film, I can see why critics are kind of like tearing it down, but I think it was a good film. It was definitely better than the original one was. But there are certain aspects in that film that I didn't like, and that was with Karan. I think Karan should have been in the film a lot longer.
Agreed.
What about Bebop and Rocksteady?
Absolutely perfect. They were absolutely like the cartoon versions of themselves in that film, and I thought it was absolutely funny as hell. But it's more, I think, more with the Turtles. I think Michelangelo is more the funnier side, more funny in this film. But I think Stephen Amell done an absolutely spot-on job as Casey Jones as well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the film was definitely an improvement over the first one, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just all agree Michael Bay is a fucking douche, though?
yes.
What is seriously though? What is this hate with Michael Bay? Because I got a funny.
What is your hate with Michael
Because
Bay?
he shits on my fucking childhood, bro. He fucked up Transformers. He fucked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They don't come from fucking space. They come from primordial. They came from fucking toxic ooze that came in New York. And if you've ever been to New York, everything smells like shit in the summertime. So it's totally feasible that they did that. Why fucking up my childhood? Just rip off my nuts and eat them. That's like I just want to fucking live anymore. This guy's so bad.
Well, I think you're not gonna like the new
camera around
Ghostbusters
because I don't
movie
know how to do cinematography because I'm a piece of shit. Fuck you, Michael Bay. I hope you fucking watch this.
I'll take a minute.
I hope the 3 views we get from this shit, he's one of them.
I'm recording, man. I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna take Michael Bay.
Good, because I'm not using my real name. He doesn't know who I am.
Nah, I'm calling you Big Chief.
All right, Big Chieftain is steaming mad now.
Well, I know Chief.
I'm going hashtag Chief mode copyrighted. Chief mode.
Well, I'm going to say this now. The only thing I'm actually not impressed with is the new Transformers 5.
Oh God.
The last night. Why the fuck are they using Megatron again as a main villain? I don't understand why they're doing that.
Didn't he turn into another? Didn't he metamorphose into
Didn't he
what's
get
the
his
other one
head
called?
ripped off?
Galvatron. Isn't he Galvatron now?
No, they're still using him as Megatron. I don't understand it. I don't know why the hell don't they just bring in have him like
They killed Jazz in the first movie, so fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, why can't they just
the best character?
Megatron, right? Rebuilt from bringing Unicron into this film, right? Have him remake Megatron in the Galvatron. Why can't they do that?
I thought they did that in the last film. I don't remember seeing it.
The last film, Megatron was rebuilt by some company, though.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. I don't remember. It had such an impact on my life. I didn't remember.
No, honestly, why do they keep bringing Megatron back? It's like, it's going to be not that good of a reference, but Kenny of South Park, like, he dies every time. Now, with Kenny, it's funny, and he comes back and dies again. It's constantly funny. But with Megatron, it's kind of like he's dead. He's dead.
See, I think with Megatron, they just want to bring back Megatron to die off every time because in every Transformer movie that Megatron has been in, he always dies off. But in the cartoons,
you killed Megatron, you bastard!
In the cartoons, they always use different villains. So why can't they do that for the movies, though?
Well, the thing is, in the original animated film of Transformers, Megatron fucking died, and it was bloody Galvatron. It was not Galvatron. It was freaking Unicron that remade him into Galvatron.
Yeah.
So
you got the touch.
So I got the power. Why they can't make that film into a live action one?
That actually
is that a rhetorical statement, or do you want a real answer?
That actually makes sense.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, as soon as you switch him over to Galvatron, it's over. It's like how many movies you're going to have with Galvatron, no one's going to give a fuck about Galvatron.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they need to bring in more people. They need to bring in more characters because where the Transformers is so old, they need to start bringing in new people, bigger people, badder people, because you're going to lose that whole thing. It's going to basically wind up being, what was it, the fight scene between Vin Diesel and The Rock in Fast and the Furious, or like the whole, Rocky Balboa fight. It's going to turn into that. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over. You're not going to get a different outcome out of the same fight.
After a certain point, they'll reboot it, like they did with Spider-Man 3 fucking times. But like they did with Batman twice. But I mean, that's what's going to happen. What they'll milk this out as long as they can, and then they'll wait a couple of years, and then they'll do a fucking reboot because there's no such thing as like taking the risk on an original idea. They've just been rebooting shit. If you ever look at like a graph and you see what films have been produced and what makes the most money, again, back to money, that's what they're doing. That's why they're doing it. Because people are stupid. I want more Transformers because I had the ones when I was little. Like, these aren't your friggin' Transformers when you were little.
Yeah.
All right? Like, Hasbro's trying to make more money off your faggot ass, so excuse my language, but...
Yeah, Transformers has changed over the years. It's nothing like what it used to be.
I had the die-cast metal characters when I was a kid. Now they're plastic.
same here.
And they transform themselves. There's like no fun in figuring out how they go.
Yeah, I used to.
The dumbing down of America. It is. It's flat. It's like people don't learn history, and people like that. That's why people think the way they think. That's why Common Core math is everywhere, and like it's like. People like you're giving people the answers to everything. You don't let them think for themselves. This is what happened. You have a society of freaking adult children, like looking at the same old shit. We're turning into idiocracy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm done. I didn't mean to cut you. I keep on cutting you guys off. I'm so sorry. It's not intentional.
No, dude, it's cool, dude. I mean, you're cool. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, and everything comes down to it, why don't they make another Scarface? Like a Scarface 2.0, because that would make
they
billions.
Scarface video game though, if anybody remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It wasn't my favorite.
I don't play movies to video games, like video game themed movies. Movie video games or whatever. I don't even know how you say it.
Video game movies, though. That's how it's.
Like they'll do like an Iron Man video game. I won't play it. It's just like nah.
I've always noticed with the games, they're very short.
Right. Although
Yeah.
I did like Mad Max, though. I thought that one was done well, though, at least.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie at all.
I'll tell
Fury
you,
Road.
the one problem.
I like the Mad Max, but the reboot it was more like to me because it was more of Charlotte Theron moments in that movie anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's just it did not feel like a Mad Max film because it was being overshadowed by Charlize Theron because she was more of a badass in that film than he was.
Honestly, and I hope I don't sound sexist on this one. It should have been called Mad Maxine.
Yeah.
You're sexist. Someone had to say it.
That was a good one game. That was a good one.
Yeah, like honestly, I was wanting to do a review on it, so I went watched it, and it just sucked so bad I couldn't even do a review on it because there was no highlights.
I did see the movie for the first time, but I was like, come on. I mean, I thought this was supposed to be a Mad Max film. It's more of a chick flick.
Yeah, it's kind of like, now, my opinion with Star Wars is I think, honestly, they should have had Luke in there a lot longer.
Careful.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think they should have done some stuff differently, and Star Wars would have been, the old Star Wars that, I guarantee all of us grew up with.
Dragon Scorpion.
Yeah. You really you don't want my views on that Star Wars film, I'm telling you now.
Message me your
Dragon
comment.
Scorpion hates everything.
No, it wasn't the fact that I didn't like it, because there were certain elements of that film. But I come out of that film disappointed because I wanted Disney to really take this off of George Lucas's hands and really do something spectacular.
You don't think the writing was good?
No.
They messed it up, though. They messed it up.
There's too many.
Y'all fucking batshit crazy.
That's what
my problem with Star Wars 7 is there's too many open-ended questions.
Yeah.
The fact that the story feels like a rehash of A New Hope, that's what I didn't like. If they come up with something new instead of rehashing that type of storyline, I would have been alright with it.
Yeah, and
kind of
I like the foreshadowing, and I like that part of it. I mean, does anyone actually go to movies, sit down, relax, and just dumb out and enjoy it?
I stay at the house.
Wrong. I enjoy movies, films. You know what I mean? But when when a story is not right, I can see it on screen is not right, and it comes off, and you're thinking, "What the fuck are you done?" You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I think the only way for them to redeem that film is to do an absolutely spectacular Star Wars 8.
One with more lightsabers.
Now, see, I was going to ask you what was going to be the title name for that Dragon Scorpion.
Well, Star Wars 8? I don't know. I really don't know.
Now, again,
Kylo Ren's nose job.
Well, there's a lot of theories going around of who Supreme Leader Snoke is.
Yeah.
So, there was one that's actually quite interesting. They were saying it was Commander Karkin from the original film, The New Hope.
Yeah.
They're saying it could be him.
Oh, that would be cool.
But
are they hinting around that he uses the dark side of the Force? Were they hinting around to that or no?
I don't know, because apparently he was a general. He was a general, higher ranking than Vader was, because if you saw in that film, you know what I mean. If you saw in that film in I think it was that conference room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see Kurgan say stop or something like that to him, and he's as you wish, like that. So he's obviously got a higher ranking command than Vader did. So whether Supreme Leader Snoke is Commander Karkin, it remains to be seen. But
I have a prediction: Commander Snoke is a vegan because he looks super skinny.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a general who's a vegan, and I think he uses that on the dark side of the Force. But he actually protects life. He doesn't want to even eat animals. He'd rather just destroy planets. Thank you.
That's another thing, right? They completely destroy.
Well, hopefully we'll find out in Star Wars Episode 8.
Well, that's the other thing. Why destroy all the other planets? They completely destroyed the whole council because they blew up that planet. It's like
because they can. Because blowing up shit is cool. Come on.
Where did they take that story from there? I don't get it.
Because everybody from that planet's now dead. So I mean, what the hell?
It's kind of like where do you take Star Wars 8 when they've completely destroyed the entire Republic?
Yeah,
by blowing up the entire
Earth.
That's the one
they
thing.
Go to Earth and it's 1985 and eat Marty McFly.
Throw it back in the 60s. Have him meet Austin Powers.
The one film I actually am impressed with is.
Oh my god!
He's doing what's it? Oh,
I just see on the bottom of my screen.
You are a mess.
I'll tell you what. The one film I was skeptical about until I saw the trailer was this new Assassin's
Ghostbusters.
The Assassin's Creed film.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Who's in the tin can?
But the only movie trailer that I was very impressed with was the Assassin's Creed film.
I actually like the trailer. I don't like the music they did with it because I think, I hate Kanye West. I think that was a bit stupid putting that music in there. But
can we all agree that he's a douche?
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, that's something we agree on, guys.
But I'll tell you what.
We all agree that Kanye West is a douche.
I like the way the direction of the film is going because they've not. Michael Fassbender's character is a convicted killer or something, and they put him in a death sentence, and they kind of use it from that direction to use him to go into his past to get like ancestors or information. I kind of like that, but I like the way they've done it in the Spanish Inquisition or the Rebellion or something. And I don't know what year it's in, but
I actually did my research on that, and I got to say it was very, very insightful because now when I had saw Ezio's name in the story of it, I was like, hold up, so Ezio is going to be in the movie? Or get a chance to see him?
We're supposed to be in Altai's era, wasn't it? We're supposed to be in the first one, but they're not going with that story. They're taking it in a different direction. So,
Uh-huh.
well,
Still,
don't know.
I'm still a little iffy about it because being a movie based off a video game, though. I mean, I'll give it a
Right.
chance, but given its history, I'm just a little bit iffy about it.
Like Warcraft, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Warcraft, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really know for certain if it was good or not, though.
I
Yeah.
actually liked
It looks nice.
I actually liked it.
It looks like they really did a good job on it. I can't wait to see it though.
I've actually watched it the other day. If you're a fan of the games and you played the games, that film would be absolutely spot on for you because there's a lot of nods in that film that are in the game, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
The only problem that film had,
My ex-wife is a night elf.
it's
Oh hell yeah.
the problem it had is for the general audience. It didn't really have much of a narrative at the beginning to explain what was going on. You were just thrown into,
Oh, see.
if you know what I mean. And unless you know
Yeah.
the lore, unless you know the lore of the game, you know what I mean. You're going to find it hard to understand. But
Is it the original Warcraft, or they started at World of Warcraft? Because I understand Frozen Throne before World of Warcraft. I stopped playing. I stopped playing when World of Warcraft came out.
I think it's based off.
World of Warcraft, though, from what I heard.
I
Oh,
think
okay, so there's no Arthas or anything, or the Frozen Throne.
it's based.
I did the research on it, but I have no clue on it.
It's based.
For the future, I want your notes before the show. Thank you.
The only thing that I'm going to say right now is it's based on the orcs.
Mhm.
That's all I'm going to say. I think it's based on the very first game that came out with Warcraft.
Oh hell yeah.
So you can understand where that story's coming from on it. But I'll tell you what, the special effects, everything, the story of it, fantastic.
Nice.
But it just needed that narrative at the beginning for the general audience that don't know the lore or the game, if you know what I mean, for them to understand it a bit more. But that film was absolutely brilliant.
Dragon Scorpion is the first thing I agree with you with.
It needs.
Congratulations.
Trouble is, it needs a sequel.
Oh, is this the first time that he isn't saying that it's horrible?
Yeah.
But what I've heard so far, it seems to be doing well in China so far.
Yeah, it does.
Hell, I'm big in China.
It's a fantastic fantasy film, you know what I mean? Because you got the battles. I don't know why the hell people are comparing it to Lord of the Rings, because there's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all, you know what I mean?
It's more of the cinematography that probably they're referring to, not so much the look, but the cinematography. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
In honesty, it needs a sequel.
Oh, I'm sure there will be a sequel.
Oh,
I'm sure there'll be a few
yeah.
sequels.
It needs it because of the way it ended. It needs it. They can't leave it that story where it was, where it's left off from, because it needs.
I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I've seen like the beginnings here and there. So
I haven't even seen it yet either, but I'm gonna try to wait till it come out.
It is a very, very good film. Probably, I don't know why I can see why critics are pulling it apart because they always bloody do. It drives me bloody nuts.
A lot of other movies, they're coming out with another video game movie.
We got Uncharted 4 movie coming out. I think it's next year, and I think it is.
Yeah. That's
Coming out.
Didn't Hardcore Henry just come out like a couple months ago?
Yes, it did.
Horrible film. That film is more based on, you got to be a fan of that type of that type of film. That's all I'm going to say, because I watched it and I just wasn't a fan of it.
Oh yeah, that, and also with the you being in first person the entire time, you would have to be that type of person. You like first person gaming, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen Hardcore Henry because I refuse to see it because honestly, to me, the trailer didn't even do it good.
No, I'll be honest. It's a straight to DVD film. It shouldn't have gone in the cinema.
Wait, you don't like a film? Someone prodding him or something?
Well, here's one movie that's probably coming out that I think we're gonna see if it does well or not, or it really is that bad, and that's the upcoming Ghostbuster movie.
Oh,
Oh,
Havoc wants to debate you on this. On this
man!
he wants to debate you so bad. He wants to come on
No.
here. He wants to have a well-respected nerd off. He totally wants a nerd off.
No, I mean, literally ruined that film completely by putting that fucking Marshmallow Man in it. They made it even worse. So,
it's the guy from Michelin Tires.
soon as that trailer come up, when they first showed that Marshmallow Man, you should have seen the amount of more hate it got.
I don't know. I just would have tried to set him on fire and make s'mores.
I mean, I think that film, the
I would
hate.
throw my
I think
hat.
some of the hate is justified, but I also think some of the hate isn't as well too. So I think it's a mixture of both for me, though.
I agree.
I agree on. I'll agree with certain because people have got their own opinions. But that film, it feels like a mockery to the original film, and I don't know why Dan Aykroyd and that lot are praising it. It's just no.
Well,
Dragon, I'm going to make a bet with you right now. If you had the testicular fortitude to take it, if it makes money, if it more than breaks even, I'll donate $25 to Operation Supply Drop. If it goes under, if it doesn't break even, I'll donate that. If it goes over, you have to make a $25 donation to Operation Supply Drop. Deal?
I would love to do that, but I ain't got no money.
Don't have any money. Don't you have a YouTube channel? Don't you make money like everyone else down here except me?
No.
I don't make money off my YouTube channel.
I should be making the most money out of this fucking group. That's all I'm saying, damn it.
Well, you
I'm
probably
paid by dues.
Dude, it takes a long time to earn money on YouTube, man. Once you get about
I've been on
10,000
since
subscribers,
2013.
you're good.
Oh, you have to be. I'm close to 500.
Yeah, I just hit actually right now. I actually just gained a subscriber 290.
He's got less than
subscribers.
I made 15 cents in 3 years.
What? How?
Currently, I'm sitting at 31 subscribers.
People
right
don't
now.
like good content. It's obvious.
Well, honestly, what I did is I started using Reddit. I started using Facebook. I have 4 pages on Facebook. I got a group, 2 pages, and then I got Hardcore Gaming, which is me and a bunch of the people. You guys are more than welcome to join.
Do I belong to that?
Yeah, I believe you do.
Okay, I'm sure it sounds familiar. Hardcore Gaming, yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes my shit. It's funny. Damn it.
I know. I've watched your stuff before, man. It's hilarious. I've watched everybody's on here.
Yours is good too. We should be making lots of money.
You won't start once you get over 10,000 subscribers. You'll start earning enough to make your own living. But once you get up to the PewDiePie 44 million, you literally $4,000 checks every month.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a crew of 11 people, so.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, you just gotta with me, I just gotta keep going. Now, the only thing I have wrong with me is editing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't edit worth the shit because I don't know editing software.
Well, I'll be able to help you with that because everyone's going to me for that stuff. I'm going to do 60-second tutorials on quick little tips and tricks on our channel. So if you have suggestions, send me a message on my fan page, and I'll figure it out, and I'll shit out a tutorial for you guys, and I'll do it for free.
Oh yeah, man! Add me on.
I teach pre-production and all that shit in Orlando, so I teach kids all the time on 3D animation, pipeline, and editing. So
you just made me go from the top step down to the bottom, man. I'm not a kid.
No, I mean it doesn't. I didn't mean that directed towards you. Like I teach. I say kids. They're in their 20s. I'm 40. So
okay. Oh, dude, you don't even look 40. I thought you were my age.
See,
don't even look 40, man. Come on now.
All right, man. If anything, I look 40, man. I got a full-grown fucking beard.
I shave down and stay out of the sun.
Now, see, I do the opposite you do, man. I grow my beard out and I shave my head.
I can't grow my beard. I have old gray hair in it. So.
Hey, Storm Chaser. Oh, you and me both got a beard, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. Beard guys for the win.
Flavor savers.
In honesty, I just don't know with that Ghostbusters film.
Cut that out.
It's not that it's women. I'm not against it because it's women in it. It's just like it's
You are.
it just
All right, see, one thing with Jerry is saying, he is a fan of Ghostbusters, but he just don't want to see his childhood movie tarnished.
yeah.
Thank you.
Same thing I had with Transformers.
Yeah, same here.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja
I
Turtles.
just think Paul Feig is making a mockery out of the franchise.
Well, Paul Feig went out of his way to call geek culture a bunch of assholes, so that's strike one right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we all just agree on something again?
Yeah, we did.
Mark that. 4:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
3 times the charm.
I mean, look, I understand that some people are being racist and sexist toward this movie, I agree, but Sony's also guilty as well of not only taking down videos of people who criticize the movie, but going as far as keeping those sexist and racist comments so that if this movie flops, they have somebody they could blame, though.
You mean like that Disney movie that had that naked chick in like 2 seconds, or I think it was like, what, 0.2 seconds, and the whole thing where the mice got to go save the person from being captured and kidnapped?
I mean, The Rescuers Down Under, is that the movie?
Yeah, where there's the naked
I thought that was
girl.
Don Bluth.
Yeah, there's a naked girl when they're flying through the city. In a window, literally you pause the movie, they actually recalled it all because of that. And now they're talking about, and now I've heard something about them talking about redoing it, remastering it, and reselling it as a new product. Like, God.
Speaking of animated features, I'm shocked you guys aren't up to date on, or maybe know about the Don Bluth Kickstarter for the Dragon Slayer movie.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh no! Come on, man!
That's the one thing I don't hear about, man. I work 18 hours a day. I record.
I'm an animation nerd, so like as soon as that popped up on my Facebook, I'm like, share. They're at. Oh my god, it was so awesome, dude! Because I loved like All Dogs Go to Heaven and American Tail and all that stuff, and it's just like I've never seen the entire Dragon Slayer, but they're redoing traditional animation, no 3D, no digital, nothing, straight up paper cell like animation, and
wow.
It's I think it's projected for late 2017. I'm not sure. They have 2 minutes and 10 seconds now so far, so which is 30 frames a second. So you can imagine how many drawings that is. And that's just the paper part. That's not coloring cells and that sort of thing. So that's pretty freaking amazing, though. I don't know what you guys think about that.
That's a lot of work.
It is. I've done some of that. It's hard.
I've just made the biggest newbie mistake ever.
You saved over your file?
Nope. I'm in the middle of recording this. I moved my broadcast software to my other screen that you guys are on, so that way I would get no lag. And next thing you know, there's a million screens, so I got to see like half the conversation that we just had is probably gonna have to be edited out.
What you do is you throw a video over it. Like what you do is like you watch the entire thing and you take notes. What I do is I'll write on the top, image, text, movie. And then go in the order, and like if someone says something and I think of a funny thing to put in there, I'll write, okay, let me do a cut of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'll write Ferris Bueller's Day Off and check video, and then like I'll put the time code on there, and I'll do that through my whole recording, and then I'll throw that stuff in later.
Damn. Yeah, that's
production, bro. That's why I like take so fucking long, because I'm an idiot. Because I like think of all this shit, these stupid references like Family Guy. I do cutaways like Family Guy all the time, like an idiot. And it's like takes so long, but I mean, it helps like to have a checklist like that.
Well, the thing is, I don't do that stuff like the way you do because I'm afraid of copyright, man. Because we're, I get paid, through there.
7 seconds. 7 seconds.
7 seconds is the rule. Because I heard you couldn't even have a half a second of anything, or else you automatically got copyrighted. You couldn't say anything about it. You couldn't do anything about it.
If you're doing the space thing, they can't get. I've fought YouTube on this and won every time because I know the laws. So like it's like you can't do that because we're actually doing references and we're within the 7 second rule. And like I haven't lost yet. I don't have any strikes against my channel because of it.
Wow, man!
So, they don't fuck with me. I've taken business classes on this shit, so they know. Like I have all custom music. The only thing I have is custom music. I have a music composer that does all my shit for me. So like if I need stuff done for like my computer and my Foley and stuff, that's all custom. But my videos, yeah.
Damn.
I mean, he's just a good kid, and like I share his stuff. It's all about the gaming community, and he's a gamer. So like I'll share his stuff, he shares mine. He does it for free, and I'll do like graphics for him for free. So.
Shit, man. I need to get a hold of you.
Caring's caring, bro. I'm redistributing the art.
Podcast.
What's that?
I said we should have you two guys on our next podcast.
Yeah.
Well, the next time I need you guys to write me a check because my time is very valuable.
Well,
you can do that. You can click on our Twitch channel and click the PayPal button, and you can drop about 500 bills in there, and I'll be good to go next time.
Man, that's more than I have.
I'll bring Jessica Negri with me.
So, have you seen the trailer for the Injustice?
Nice subject change. Great job.
You seen the new trailer for the Injustice 2 game?
I was going to mention that when you were going to ask me the E3 question, but I never got the question.
What an awesome trailer! I'll tell you what.
Screw you! I know, it looks so awesome. I love this. I love the first game so much, I didn't play it. I watched the entire story mode on YouTube. So I'm totally stoked about this Injustice 2 trailer.
It was the moment when you see Superman, the eyes glowed, and all of a sudden you see these two beams, heat beams, come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you see Supergirl just step out of the darkness, and I was like, whoa.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch
That's my girl right there. That's my girl right there. Second season. I'll talk about it in a minute, but yeah, that was pretty.
Every battle defines your character or something. Apparently, in this new game, it's not like the original game. They've changed it slightly. Apparently, every
is it the same engine? It's the Mortal Kombat engine.
I don't know because apparently every battle that you make, that you have, apparently it defines your character. So I don't know whether you get upgrades or weapons or something like that, or suit armor or something like that. I don't know, but the only thing that I've heard is that when you battle through the game, it changes your character. If you know what I mean, the story. I don't know whether it'll be the story or not, but changes.
I love it when they do that stuff because that way it's a completely different game for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got done watching it. I just watched a little clip of it, and fucking epic.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks epic.
Saw it come up the other day, I thought, started watching it, I thought, whoa. First,
he got an erection. he had a nerdgasm all over the place.
I don't know when it's out though, but I definitely want to get it because I played the first game. I wasn't really too impressed with the first one, to be quite honest. But this second one looks good.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna kick ass from Batman. Superman's a little bitch. I'm gonna sit some kryptonite up his ass.
Oh my god. Man.
Supergirl, I bet that. I don't care if she's related.
Batman movie. How long Batman gonna be?
Not relevant. Next subject.
I'm waiting to see what they're doing with that, to be quite honest. I think Ben Affleck's the right casting choice for Batman after seeing Batman v Superman. Definitely perfect casting choice there, right? But I want to see what they do with it because I want to. To be honest, I don't want to see a PG-13 Batman. I want to see a proper full-on R-rated Batman for once.
He wants to see him like bang Catwoman and like
Oh, you damn
and
well.
like cross her leg over and put her tail behind her like
Because
shoulder or something.
I am not happy that they've made a PG-13 with the Suicide Squad. And I know a lot of people are going to say that Harley Quinn was a PG character beforehand, but these are not heroes; these are villains, and I just think the film. I'm not going to say it's going to suck.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
It's going to be too toned down for what they're trying to put across. If you know what I mean. I think an R-rated Suicide Squad would have been a lot better.
Especially in a post-Deadpool movie world now.
Yeah.
God. All right, I saw Deadpool for the first time 2 days ago, and I didn't know what to think of it, guys. I really didn't. I was sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, is it good or is it bad? Like,
I found it hilarious.
I find it highly offensive that female character was choking Colossus, and I went on there and go, "This is sexist. God damn it! I don't want to see like an X-Men character get choked out. This shows the overpowerment of women." I was completely offended by it and didn't get any legs anywhere multimedia. But you know what I did? Apocalypse chokes a bitch, and everyone gets all their panties in a fucking bunch. And I'm like, Mystique's been choking bitches for 20 years, and no one says a goddamn thing. What the fuck is wrong with you, goddamn feminazi bitches? It's okay when she chokes a dude, but when like someone else gets like when a dude chokes a bitch,
It's so
it's
true.
okay.
What are you?
like, come on, man. They're in the middle of a fight. You know, if you're fighting, you're fighting.
Right?
I understand.
Man, women don't matter.
I understand.
Right,
In
that
real
can-
life, you don't hit girls, but in a movie, if they want to hit a girl and the girl wants to hit them, then by all means. I mean, yeah, I know that they say that it promotes violence, but it really doesn't because
the thing that they were complaining at.
Get out of each other. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, I
They
know.
want fucking gun control in a fucking movie too. I'm sure one of us wants that. I know who I'm looking at. That little wee character on the bottom. I know he wants gun control in there.
The funny thing is this come up with the billboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what makes me laugh is that fucking scene is in the fucking film. So what are they going to do? Take that out of the fucking film as well? You know what I mean? I mean, what the fuck?
I mean, I've seen the billboard,
Maybe she
though,
likes.
and
Like, I said this on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but every time I dated girls, they like to get choked. I'm just saying. I don't know what the caliber of girls I'm dating, but they like that shit. I don't like doing it, but they like, yeah, choke me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit you. You're into that shit? That's fine.
That's
But
the
I don't
thing, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because you
like
got
that shit. So it's not really offensive.
they're getting all offensive about.
Just
they're
saying,
getting all offensive about Mystique getting choked out, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay for Angel Dust to
You can
literally
choke on my
take
dick.
out
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
dog
Was that out loud?
and lift him up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I've seen the poster. I don't think it looks terrible. I think it wasn't poorly written. It wasn't saying choke that bitch or anything like that.
Right.
I mean, right. So to me, I don't think it was as offensive as some people think it was, though.
People
Yeah.
are just looking for shit. It's the pussification of like America. It's
Well,
like they're
yeah.
just looking.
America
They're looking for
evolved
shit to get
outside.
offended about. Grow a fucking sack. I'm
Dude,
sorry, dude. This pisses me off. I'm going chief mode on this shit.
Thing
Hey.
is, Apocalypse, right? It's meant to be portrayed as a powerful person.
Right.
That's what that scene portrayed. It wasn't nothing to do with violence towards women or anything like that. It was just a scene that showed his power. You know what I
They
mean?
could have made it better and took Mystique out and put Hillary Clinton in there. That would have been.
Now we're going to have a disagreement, though. Now we're going to
I would have.
Now we can Photoshop Trump's face on Apocalypse.
now we're definitely going to have a disagreement.
Oh man. Oh, you almost had
As
me
I
fall
said in
off
my
the chair.
review of Serene Kagura, though, as I said near the end of my video on that one, there are a lot of things I could point to that are way more offensive to women than this game. And I could say the same thing about billboard, though. There are a lot of things I could point to that are way more offensive to women than that billboard, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, basically, America evolves around drama. I mean, even people that do YouTube, I mean, they started Team Internet or hashtag Team Internet because to get rid of the drama. But everybody loves drama to the point where people are making review channels about channels. I mean, I actually wound up fighting one of them because they did a review on my channel and they'd never even viewed it. They just went to the profile page and just said, "Oh, it sucks." And then they did a review on it. It's like, really? Because I had no views that day.
That's funny because someone wrote a review about us too, and they saw 3 minutes of it, and it wasn't even the subject matter. And all they did was they talked about it was like, oh, Chieftain wears a Kangol hat. Wait a minute, he was wearing a hat backwards, and his fake front teeth, and his mock Oakleys and shit. Like they were just making fun of my looks, and like I was like reading the whole thing, but then they liked what we were talking about, and they liked the banter. I'm like, the only thing I got mad about was how the fuck did they know my front 4 teeth are crowned? That's the only thing I would give a shit about. Like, they kind of got the subject matter, but they kind of didn't because they didn't watch the whole thing. And you're right. I'm like, watch some of it so that way you can. That's fine. Review my shit. I don't care if you like it or hate it, as long as you fucking watch.
Hey, haters make me famous.
Right. So, yeah, my thing's falling apart here. But
I got mine on my table right now. I'm trying to elevate my arm every time I go to ash a cigarette.
You see, I have a shock mount on here.
Yeah.
That's what's throwing the weight off because it's adding extra weight to my tripod, so it's just like tipping over, so I'm holding it. But
I'll wrap up in a minute.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overtake everything. My apologies.
I mean, look, I think a lot of this is also stemmed to, I think, the whole Gamergate crap that's been going around, though. Some of it is
What is it?
Gamergate?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I mean, look.
He's talking about Anita Sarkeesian.
Right. I mean, look, like I said before, I may be a left of center, I may be a liberal person, but even I have to admit that the whole controversy about that billboard is ridiculous.
It is stupid.
Right, and that's, as I said before, I don't have a problem. I mean, to me, I could point to other things that are way more offensive to women, though, okay? I mean, but I just don't see anything offensive about that. I don't see anything offensive about Serene Kagura or any of the games where, sex is the main selling point or anything. Yeah, it's going to come down to your taste, though, but I just don't see it as offensive as people claim it is, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like comparing classical music to rap.
Brian, I can agree with you.
Right.
Well, it's kind of funny because the other day, right, on Facebook, right, I put something about the reason why I cannot stand feminism and shit like this, right, and I got fucking, like, ripped at by a freaking feminist. She said, so you don't fucking respect me then? I said, what? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the fact that I respect women 100%, right? The thing is, I cannot respect the name feminist. There's a reason for that. It's because of what they do. You know what I mean? It's their actions I don't condone. It's like you might as well be an activist. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I cannot support feminists because of that. You know what I mean? Because of what they do is wrong. But
yeah, like
I got freaking told I don't respect women because I don't respect feminism.
Well, see, that's the thing. See, I understand. Hey, you know what? If you're man, woman, black, brown, yellow, Asian, African, whatever race or heritage or anything you come from, you have the same rights, to become something of yourself. Like, be the most powerful person you can be. All right? I mean, yes, I didn't vote for him, but we have Obama in office. All right? He broke the standards. He broke what was our original standards. Now, just seeing that, it shows that all this shit that everybody keeps saying on the news about, sexism, feminism, racism, all that shit, if it was still here, how in the hell do we have a black president? How in the hell are almost all the main actors, or my bad, actresses nowadays in almost all the main movies how come they're the lead roles? If it's sexism.
Okay. My problem I have with folks like Andy Sarkeesian is that they make actual girl gamers look really bad, though. I mean, there are girl gamers who I've met that actually enjoy Doom and actually want to play a game like that, though.
Right.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked by my friend's cousin. Literally, his little cousin, 15 years old, whooped my ass in Call of Duty, and she still does to this day.
Right,
That reminds me, check us out on twitch.tv/lagginout. Mickey Ward will be doing, if you don't know who she is, look her up. She'll be doing Retro Request Live, Genesis games and retro games, and she'll take your requests this fall.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check that one out, man. I always support a gamer.
No, do you believe
She loves old games. She loves them.
do you believe all this bullshit with Johnny Depp?
Who's that?
With Amanda Harding, right? She filed a divorce, right? 3 days after his mum died, right? Now she's claiming that she was in an abusive relationship with him, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He's never been convicted or had. Yeah, he's never been convicted. He's never been in the news for anything abuse related. So what the fuck is she doing? You know what I mean? And it turns out that she was arrested in her previous relationship for abuse.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't understand why. I can see what she's fucking
You
doing.
can't sue Captain Jack Sparrow. You can't sue Captain Jack.
Yeah, she's trying to get money out of him. That's what it is.
I like rum.
You know, it's like I've got nothing against women because I think
you keep on saying that. I don't know.
Females can play a strong.
He's like, I got nothing against women. I got 5 of them chained in my basement.
There is absolutely.
There's one in the kitchen making me a sandwich. But I'm not sexist.
There's absolutely nothing wrong, right, with a female lead, right? Because look at Sigourney Weaver with Alien. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You cannot say that women leads are useless in films. That is bullshit. You know what I mean?
Underworld.
This whole feminist crap that I cannot stand, and it's just.
Kate Beckinsale, man.
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to that anymore because I just pay attention to what I actually see and I actually hear, because everything on the news that you hear now is just a bunch of bullshit. All they want to do is start drama in between in between us, like that whole shit about
Keemstar does that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is,
Killer
while I
Keemstar.
respect Andy Sarkeesian's right to express her opinions, I also find it amazing that she also prevents people from commenting on her videos and all that stuff. I think that's just pretty amazing that she doesn't want to hear other people's opinions, though.
Well, that's typical. That's typical of people that are so they claim to be open-minded as long as you agree with what they're saying. And it seems to happen on one side more than the other. Like, I'm open to a dialogue, but like there are people out there that are militant and they will not listen to you. Maybe maybe she gets a lot of haters. She might, but I mean, I keep my comments open. I don't give a shit what people think. I was always taught to think it's like you know, I have a thick skin with that stuff. But I mean, it speaks to her character on a different level. You know.
I mean, same thing with my YouTube channel. I mean, I know whenever you post something on internet, you're going to deal with people who act like shit to you. It comes with the territory, unfortunately.
What was that comment? Do I still have it?
The ladies love me, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, hell yeah.
In my mind. But
yeah, when it comes down to it, guys, and like, you know, honestly, I keep mine open comments, dude. I tell everybody at almost every time at the end of the video, I always go, hey,
yeah, you do.
You know, if you have a problem and you don't like something I did, please tell me in the comment section below, and I can change it, or I can twist it around, or I can do something else. You know, because feedback, even bad feedback, is still good feedback.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Someone told me about like my mic was awful, and I was like, thank you so much for that. It's like, your stuff is entertaining, but like your sound is crap. I'm like, you know what? You're fucking right. It does sound like shit.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I'm cool with that, but there's people that are or like they can't take constructive criticism or they're insulted by it, and it's a show of immaturity when you're not able to take something constructively. Now,
Right.
it's like
Honestly,
everyone has their. Go ahead, but yeah, I'm like that's what it is.
But yeah, that's what they said to me. You know what I did? I went out to the store and I got the exact mic that's sitting in your screen right now.
Right.
You know, like, dude.
How do I sound now?
It sounds good.
Yes. Yes.
Same thing happened to me with my Project X Zone 2 review. Someone said there was an audio problem, and I said, okay, I'll take a look at it, double-checked it, fixed it, and re-upload it again, just like that, though.
Yeah,
I love that, though. People like that are great.
Yeah, like, I mean, when it comes down to it, the people that don't sit here and, you know, do something else, wow, I just got a message from Pussy Destroyer.
Wow. What?
If you watch my YouTube videos, Fizzyport, he changed his name on our Facebook messaging that we have going on to Pussy Destroyer. The most... Yeah.
Sounds like a classic guy. Every Saturday.
But yeah, whatchamacallit, man?
That joke failed. I get a cricket for that.
But no, what I was saying though is, I mean, you know, these people that leave these closed comments that won't allow people to comment, it's kind of like, well, you're not going to get good on ratings because YouTube actually wound up changing. They actually go by comment and view. So, say if if you come to my and view my video, give it a like. If you don't comment, it's only going to count, you know, half that of what it would if you comment. That's the reason why I stopped doing sub for sub, view for view. I started doing view for view with comment for comment.
If you only watch more than 30 seconds, you're missing stuff at the end, especially when my Krampus video, my review comes out, because I have like Easter eggs at the end, but
have you
people
seen
don't know
the
that
film?
yet.
Have you seen the film of that yet?
What?
Krampus.
No, we did a Krampus review. It's dropping Wednesday, but
Yeah, Jerry.
You should watch the film. The one that was in the cinema. You should watch that film because I'll tell you,
okay.
Creepy as hell. But it's
This
fun.
one's from Lieutenant Lick Me. It's a reaction video, and people seem to love it. Like they like us to do reaction videos opposed to our regular podcast. So we get requests on everything. It's like, can you do this? Can you do that? But I want to see the movie. But the Krampus one is from Lieutenant Lick Me. He plays Krampus, and he scares the fuck out of this kid. Like lights are going off in his house and shit, and like people are leaving presents at his house, and it's like a thumb drive of his mom, and like it's fucked up, and it's like me and Havoc on there. We're like, what the fuck? She's like, I was like, oh shit. If you saw the trailer, I go, oh shit, and then it cuts to the Krampus video trailer. I put it on Secret Society, but it was buried by it got buried by you guys like posting stuff. So now I got to repost it. But anyway, really funny, and that's what they do. But I want to watch the movie though. I heard it's pretty good.
It's very dark.
I like that. It's a German story, so it's going to be dark.
It really does take the original story of Krampus and puts it into the film, and it's actually brilliantly done. I thought it was just going to be a cheaply, like, horribly made film. But
it feels like American Dad, but an hour long.
I kind of like the
ending. You did the Krampus thing there.
I like the ending as well, and I thought that was class. That was classic how they ended it. Because, you know what I mean? It's such a good film because I've seen all the rest of the other like Krampus type films, and they come nothing to this film.
Krampus is my dad. Shh. I'm Krampus Jr. You just don't know that.
It really does. It takes the lore of Krampus and puts the whole lot into that film, and it's beautifully done. I was surprised I didn't go. I missed it at the cinema. I was going to go and watch it because I kind of boycotted it because I thought it was going to be a really cheesy film. But then I watched it when it came out on DVD. I thought, why didn't I go to the cinema to watch this?
Is that the movies?
Yeah. Krampus.
In America, we say movies, not the cinema. What's wrong with you?
Cinema, yeah. Or theaters. Then again, the theater terms.
Cinema sounds so much better. I went to the
Yeah, it
cinema.
does.
It sounds like I have to have a top hat on or some shit. It's great. It sounds so much more dignified. Like
Oh,
I don't go to the bar. I go to the pub.
The only,
know, it just-
the only problem with cinema is just getting expensive. So I'm kind of glad that the Odeon cinema that I've got here has brought out a limitless card, but it costs like £230 for a year to have it. But the thing is, with that card, you can see as many films as you want, as many times as you like for that entire year. You know what I mean? So
I wish we had that
Oh,
over
that's
here.
awesome.
Man, I was about to say, when you said movies are getting expensive, I was about to say, man, welcome to America. You
How
go
much-
to the movies and spend
how much
50.
does a ticket cost you over there?
Where I live, it usually costs around $10 US.
Yeah, that's probably about a week. It costs about £12 here, really, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
it's about the same.
Yeah. I think the most expensive cinema you would go into is the IMAX.
Yeah, IMAX is the expensive one, but dude, I went and watched the Tornado Intercept Vehicle one.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I got sicker and dizzier than hell.
Is that the 4D? Is that the 4D cinemas?
No, that's with the screen all the way around you with the full 360-degree view where you're actually...
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I know the one you're on about. Yeah. 'Cause
Oh.
there's a DX4 cinemas where they depending on the film, they spray you with water. You
God.
you can get smoke
They
effect.
say it's water.
Okay, you know what? We need waterproof phones when we do that.
Well, I say there's that type of cinema is good for when you're in a theme park, but not when you go in a local cinema. Because I think
Yeah, hey, let's go on a date. Yeah, let's go.
moving seat, it's like the moving seats are cool. You know what I mean? You get you got wind effects, you got smoke effects, you got fog effects, you got water effects in it.
Hey, if you got
I just remember the effects when I take my girlfriend. I just cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn. That was an effect.
Better yet, next time they use the water effect, you know what you need to do? Make sure your girlfriend's wearing a white T-shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one. But the thing is, you don't want to go to the cinema. You're getting thrown around. You're trying to watch a film and you got popcorn. The last thing you want is your seats going back and forth, jumping around. You know what I mean?
Don't they have hotels next to the movie theater that rent by the hour for that type of action?
You get a wilder ride in the movies than you do in the hotel.
I mean, IMAX is good because it's a good
Who's that?
invention to bring because it actually makes the film more clearer. You don't have this bloody fuzziness or anything. Pure HD, you know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
need thicker glasses if it's coming in fuzzy for you.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, no, it's because the movies around here are cheaper than fuck. Like, everybody around here, like all the movie theaters, they
Yeah.
suck. All of it's still, like, pixelated, so if you go halfway down the aisle, you wind up getting pixelization, so you gotta sit in back, and it's like watching TV at home.
See, this is why I won't watch 3D films. That hurts. That hurts my arms.
Now, that is one thing I would get for the VR, man. If they start bringing movies into that, oh,
It'd have to be horror films.
oh yes.
You know, like Amityville Horror or some shit. Like
Hey,
running up the
let's get
stairs.
the good
Why the
one.
fuck are you running up the stairs, dumbass?
Maybe it will scare the shit out of you in fucking VR.
Put on your diapers. Get ready for Amityville VR. You're gonna crap yourself twice.
Apparently, right? I read this up. Apparently, the house is up for resale again.
Wow.
Shocker.
And I'm like,
I
did
lived-
they clear the house before?
I
Why
used to.
did
I
you
lived, near
tell it
Amityville. I lived about 45 minutes away from that house.
Well, apparently, they changed the features, didn't they? Because they got fed up with people turning up on their doorstep and having a
Yeah.
look at the house and stuff like that. So apparently, they changed the whole feature and changed the number of the place or something to stop people from.
Isn't there a town in the United States? It's the most haunted town, like, because it was a Civil War battleground, and they built a town on it, and like everyone's like reporting of ghosts in their house and shit. There's
Wasn't
like
that
a whole show on Discovery Channel or something.
I think they said, well, I read the history up. Apparently, the Amityville house was actually haunted by a previous owner that had like a farmland there or something, and apparently he was buried under where their basement was.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude, I couldn't do that, man. I'd take a jackhammer, jack up the basement, man, and I'd remove the body.
And with him, apparently, what's his name? Friggin' Lutz or whatever his name was, doing all that Ouija shit. Kind of disturbed the grave, if you know what I mean. That's what caused the hauntings. But everyone's kind of like skeptical about it. But then I watched the documentary with Daniel Lutz after 25 years. He spent nearly 20, probably 15 years in a mental asylum after what happened that night with him in that house. He explained everything, and I'll tell you what, I got chills.
Oh, yeah.
Just listening to him, what he was explaining, you know what I mean? And there's no way in hell was that fake. Because I could see it in his face, you know what I mean? And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? With me, personally, with a haunted house, not a chance.
Honestly, if you gave me $1 million, I would stay in there one night.
Sure.
First world problems.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yo, let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah.
Make this like a condom and wrap it up.
I heard that bit, Chieftain.
I said it really low, but you still heard me. This mic is really good.
I
should have muted myself.
Honestly, you know what? Here, I'm going to throw a quarter. I'm using the same mic you are. I'm going to throw a quarter across the room, which is about 30 plus feet. All right? If you guys can hear it, tell me.
I heard it.
I have a sock on mine, so you can't hear TV. I have mine set for podcasting.
That was a penny.
But we really, we really enjoy having both of you guys on, though.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. This has been the Chaos Council Ragnorok Rising E3 edition, and we are signing off. Dragon Scorpion, take it away.
Yeah, we should have a podcast after the E3 event. Obviously, we're going to talk about the events, obviously, of E3. I think was it 16th of July or June?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a podcast after E3 as well. So we need to work out the dates on that. But yeah.
We're actually having an E3 correspondent there, and we'll be reporting from there. So if you want to check us out as well, not Laggin Out, LAGGINOUT, we're going to have a Lagging Out correspondent on the floor of E3 this year. So pretty cool. First time for us. We're pretty excited.
Oh yeah, man. I'll have to spread the word through my channel.
Yeah. Everyone, give me their links to their channels. So.
All right.
I'd like to thank Storm Chaser Gaming for joining us today, and also my good buddy Laggin Out.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
And Chaos Council members Jerry Barnaby, Dragon Scorpion, and Brian Solo.
Check out for my upcoming review of Odin Sphere, which I'll be doing soon, though.
All right.
Tag me on that link, bro. Tag me on so I can watch it.
All right.
Yeah, I've got a couple of movie reviews coming soon as well. So I've been watching new films, so they'll be on.
I'll deliver you guys some gaming news and possibly some game reviews as well. Hopefully.
Yep. Well, all right, guys. Well, leave the message on. Send me a message on Facebook with your links. I'll add you guys in on the description, and I'll do the same thing with you guys.
All right.
All right, man. Now it's time to figure out how to. Okay, my mouse is on that side now. Okay.
You should use
All right. See you guys later.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.
Then, Errol, what you just said then?
All right. You guys
Oh,
have
we
a good
dropped
day,
out.
though.
You too, sir.
All right.
We signing out now. We are okay.
And I can take my glasses off.
SSG signing out.